week. And the mullahs can hold out, but not much longer. If President Trump achieves victory, there will be hell to pay for NATO. He will make Europe suffer economically for its cowardice. NATO is hapless. Putin will take advantage of that. Now, President Trump is unique. No other modern leader would have attacked Iran. Too much downside. Can you imagine Kamala Harris dealing with this? Never happened. All Americans should be rooting against evil, even if you don't like Mr. Trump. He's on the side of the angels trying to neutralize mullahs who will kill infidels in a heartbeat. Let's hope Mr. Trump just doesn't dress up like an angel. That would not be helpful. Back in a moment. Trapped in a timeshare, fees rising every year while availability shrinks, resorts making exiting nearly impossible. That's why I partner only with Lone Star Transfer. This family-owned company is transparent, honest, respectful. They have helped more than 40,000 owners exit legally and ethically through a simple guaranteed process. No surprise fees, no unused vacations, no stress. Please visit LoneStarTransfer.com or you can call 855-551-7066. Tell them Bill sent you today. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, you know, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, freedom fighters. Hi there, Kenny Williams.
Hi, Vic Porcelli.
How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man. Real good.
Right. Thursdays, yay! Karen Kataline is going to start us off here in just a sec. Did LEAVITTY today, except we're going to spank Caroline a little bit, you and me.
Okay.
Because she did kind of what I said, but not the right way.
Yes.
And I can't go drive there and tell her and come back. I can't. I don't have time.
Well, you'd probably get arrested anyway, but
yeah, who needs that?
Beside the point.
Who needs that? Nate Lucas from Eric Burlison's office. Eric Burlison is U.S. Representative. Today we've got a super deli, man. That's the tease.
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Tony Kinnett, chat box, Pledge of Allegiance.
Who are you asking?
Yeah.
May you be asking? Vic, because we're probably going to be hearing audio from him today, Peter Navarro.
Yeah. He's outspoken all the time.
Yeah. But
more so yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, Peter Navarro, go right ahead, sir.
This is serious business because with all this flag burning going on,
come on,
having flashbacks. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so a couple quick things here. Blockade's still going, working well. There were some ships on their way to Iran, and the U.S. Navy said, no, sorry, turn around, or we'll use force. So that's working. Iran is having their civilization destroyed without a shot being fired.
Oh, is that what Trump meant?
Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't have to be nuke them to death. Just strangle them financially, and it's working.
Economically, yeah.
So Eric Swalwell's in trouble. This morning on the Today Show at 8 o'clock, they do a little preview of what's coming up, right? And they said, here's what's coming up. 2 airline pilots were making meow noises and dog barking sounds on the loudspeaker in the plane. Really? That's your story? And, of course, Jamie did a great job saying that the Today Show never mentioned that Eric Swalwell was a Democrat.
Yeah.
Sneaky. All right, let's talk to Karen. She'll sort it out for us.
The one and only Karen Kataline.
Did you know that I'm married to a trucker?
I feel like using a Yiddish word, vermischt. Spoiling in front of my computer I am. They're just too dumb to lie. He has the effect of 6 shots of scotch.
Donnie Shore, what can I do you for?
Barry Como, nice to meet you. It seems we have a slight misunderstanding. See, my associate was in earlier trying to buy that navigator that you got downstairs, but you wouldn't sell it to him.
Oh, boy, I'm so sorry.
Why, Donnie?
Well, you know, it was a total misunderstanding, like you said yourself.
The truth is, he's a good kid. Probably never had a day of trouble in his life. You know, see, the problem is, you see a young black guy with a mountain of money, and right away you say, hey, he's got to be a drug dealer. But I walk in a nice suit, and you're not afraid anymore. See, the irony is, he's afraid of the wrong thing.
I'm not following.
Well, follow this.
I'll call the police.
Let me get the phone for you. Here's the deal, Donnie. You gotta sell my friend over here, the Black Navigator, for $50,000 cash.
Loaded.
Loaded. Deal?
Okay.
I think that's Karen Kataline's new favorite show, isn't it? How you doing?
We are having such a good time watching it. I stand corrected.
There's so many funny little
Oh,
things
it's so funny.
that you may miss. The guy says, Donnie Cole. And Sly says, how you doing, Perry Como?
It's true. There are some things that my husband and I look at each other and start laughing. There's so many times that we have to stop the video so we can have laugh time.
Yeah. You got to have laugh time.
We have to because we don't want to miss anything. And sometimes these actors, they mumble.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And talk too soft. Why does every movie...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go. And I got
so annoying.
And
it's so annoying. and we don't have CC. So, I mean, you know, closed captioning. Sometimes we do, but this one we don't.
Why?
I don't know.
You're watching it on Paramount, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
They have.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that does help. But, you know, before we leave, I got to tell you the one that I actually laughed for 30 seconds. It's the big Indian guy, Bad Face.
Yeah.
And Bad Face says, ever been on a horse? He says, ever been on life support?
So funny.
That struck me so funny.
And Bad Face is what they call him. Karen's not being a, prejudicial person.
They're calling him Bad Face.
Bad Face.
Right.
A big Indian guy.
Good show. It's a good show. And
Yeah,
I love
very good show.
I love Sly's walk when he walks into the room, He's got that-
Every time he does, I say, now that is a swagger.
That's right. That's an
a
Italian
swagger.
mafia swagger right there. All right.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about your do we still call them tweets? What the hell do we call them? Posts on X?
I call them tweets.
All right, I'll call, if you call it, I call it.
I call them tweets.
My friend Karen Kataline says, here's the truth.
Kataline?
Kataline, sorry.
How long you know me?
Not
How
long enough.
long you know me?
Not long enough. You've been on life support. Here's the tweet from Karen Kataline. I've been
Yes.
having a hard time lately, so just bear with me, okay?
I'm sorry.
Here's the truth that only now is putting on its shoes. See, I love the way you word things. Can it break through 10-plus years of wall-to-wall media propaganda to sabotage Trump and his America First agenda now in full bloom? That's why they loathed all along and why they went to lengths like these. So
You know what? While I was waiting, I couldn't stand it, and I knew you might just ask me about this since it was pinned. And I added something else because it feels like I can never find the right words. Isn't it funny? Don't you both feel like that? It's like, get to the point. Get to the point, Edith. And this is the point. This is the point.
Yeah.
And so I reposted my own tweet right below it.
Yes,
It said another way, what they truly hated is that Trump would make America strong, prosperous, and free again, and they couldn't bully, bribe, or blackmail him out of it.
Yep.
It's
Can't buy 'em.
that's what when I say let that sink in, what I mean is it's always bothered me, even when Republicans say Trump derangement syndrome. Well, the left created, incited, and birthed Trump derangement syndrome, but nobody ever asks why. Why did they need to vilify him so badly? They wanted to vilify him so badly because here was a president who was duly elected to make America strong, prosperous, and free. And it's taken 15 doggone years, maybe 10, I guess, to understand and be willing to admit that this radical left, which now controls the Democrat Party, doesn't want America to be strong, doesn't want America to be prosperous, doesn't want America to be safe, and doesn't want America to be free.
And Karen,
sorry, but that just drives me nuts. Okay.
And to add to what you're saying, Karen, they don't give up, because right now Barack Obama and David Axelrod and actual cardinals within the Catholic Church and the Pope are colluding right now to try and undermine President Trump's policies and what he's trying to do in the Middle East. This is happening right now in real time.
Exactly. And this video that I attached to that tweet is Kataline Leavitt, who I still love. I don't know what beef you have with her, but you can you can tell us later. She announced what I think, after they get done with the foreign policy and straightening that out, obviously I'm very optimistic. I think, God willing, we must have accountability. One of the things she says in this that I do disagree with is, let's see, where did I write the doggone thing down? She said, the journalists should be stripped of their prize, their Nobel Prize. Hey, if that's all they're going to be stripped of, that's not good enough. Doesn't this constitute treason? They sabotaged a duly elected president.
Yeah.
All the evidence is coming out. Thank you, Tulsi Gabbard. And we want accountability. We're desperate for accountability here.
All right. I got a million things here we got to get on.
I'm sorry.
No. You talk, I write. That's my hobby. Vic, you have any hobbies? Yeah, I write down whatever Karen Kataline says. Okay, so
okay.
So Karen, about Kataline Leavitt. Here's the deal. I said when they were talking about, oh my God, I can't even think of what the topic was with the videos. Anyway.
Oh yeah, it was. Okay, you have all these former presidents.
Yeah, right. Talking about bombing Iran, right?
Right. They were saying we need to take out Iran.
Right. And Pelosi and Hillary Clinton, everybody. So why doesn't she?
Barack Obama, Biden, all of them.
Why doesn't she have these screens behind her? We have the technology available to play the montage of all these people saying we should bomb Iran in the briefing room, and then you're not going to get those stupid questions from the reporters. Let's move on to something else, and they haven't done it. And then Ken sends me a video last night from a press room briefing, and she's using the screens, but there's like quotes and stuff up there.
Yeah, there are actually two screens, one on either side of her, that could have done a really good job with what you're talking about.
Well, you guys are influential members of the media.
Wow.
You have to get this message to them.
Right.
You have to get this message to them.
I tried last Thursday, and it's a long story. Go ahead.
The dumb questions by the media are never going to stop because they are completely agenda driven.
Because they're dumb.
But I think it's a superb idea.
Yes.
It's a great idea.
Everything that happens, everything they do, immigrants, whatever it is, put them, not them, but the Democrats up on the screen so the press can't ask any questions. Because she'll say, I'll refer you to the video we just played. I don't know if you were watching or not, but there was a video we just played.
Yeah, remember the one that you kiboshed, that you scraped? That one.
Well, yeah, but it'll remind people, like, for example, we were talking about the economy and how it got screwed up in the first place was the Biden administration, how the prices all went up 38%, how the inflation rate was 9.1% during the Biden-Obama administration. Okay, and
without a doubt,
they forgot. Now they're just
actually,
all
it was
saying
the Obama-Biden.
Well, no,
three terms of it, but that's
what I'm doing here, Karen, is I'm saying it's Biden, Harris, Obama. Obama was behind all of it the whole time. Yeah,
totally. And the greatest thing of all is the people on Fox that are refusing to take the bait, and they're putting it right where it is, which is that is exactly how they operate: bullying, bribery, and blackmail. It's only people like Jesse and Gutfeld who makes it clear that's what the Swalwell thing is about.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the Pope. The Pope was down, saying that there's unjust war and he's getting on Trump. And Ken found out that he had a visit from David Axelrod.
That's right. I read that.
Oh, I believe is a Jew. He's not even Catholic, but he gets an audience.
He's hardly a Jew. He's a leftist strategizer.
Right.
That's all he is.
And Barack Obama, I think, is going to go meet him. I'm like, well, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the Pope talks about how bad the war is. But you know what I didn't hear out of the Pope's mouth?
What?
The 40,000 protesters that were killed by the regime in Iran. Nobody cares about it. The Pope doesn't care about that.
I hate to say it, but the minute I saw how he was selected, I was very concerned that he was going to be another Pope owned by the left. And indeed he is. And they gave him the go-ahead. It's like he's taken orders from David Axelrod and the Democrat Party.
Yep.
It's horrible.
Yep.
Horrible.
The biggest problem with that whole thing going on with Axelrod and Obama visiting, that should be like a statesman type of situation where they announce it in advance. They go there, make a big deal out of it. They didn't want anybody to know that it was happening.
Yeah,
Why?
I saw it on the net immediately. And just as an aside, there's certainly no shortage of disgusting Jewish people in politics. Doesn't make us all disgusting, but we certainly have our share. And he is atrocious. He's atrocious.
And he's a White Sox fan, for God's sakes.
Well,
What does that tell you?
then.
What is that? And Barack Obama's a White Sox fan. So listen, you like the White Sox? I like the White
Wait
Sox.
a minute. White? He's a fan of something white?
How about
What?
that? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so very quickly, we got oh my God, we're out of time, but I want to get both these things in. I don't care, Ken. I don't care. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Rooting against the USA, right? We talked about that. You know what else they rooted against? That dude 44 that was trapped in Iran, and they went and rescued him. The press was wishing and hoping that guy died, not a courageous escape plan.
Disgraceful. Just disgraceful. And that's the stuff that goes by the wayside because people don't have the stomach to admit how terrible and awful and evil these people are.
I think a lot of people don't want to face it.
I agree.
All right, final thing.
Totally. But we do here, right?
That's right.
We do.
Yeah, Spanky. I don't want to go to school. Oh, sorry. Gee, Miss Crabtree, you smell like a brand new haircut. Okay. So I don't know. Somebody liked this, but I'm not sure if it's you. I don't know if you saw this or you did see it and you hate me and you didn't say anything about it, but whatever.
What?
I put up something a couple days ago on Holocaust Remembrance Day. Is that what it was the other day?
Yes.
It's the gate of Auschwitz.
Yes.
And it says, if we held a moment of silence for every victim of the Holocaust, we'd be silent for 11 and a half years.
Stunning, isn't it?
It is stunning.
What didn't I do?
Yeah.
Was there something I was supposed to do that I was remiss in doing?
You should like it. Say, Vic, I like you.
I don't like the whole idea of it, but I'm glad you posted it.
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that because it doesn't really mean like. It means acknowledge. You should call it an acknowledged thing.
Well, that's the reason because, I got the twinge in my gut when I saw it, and I went, I ain't going to like this.
Right. Well,
There's nothing personal.
For me,
Ever been on life support?
But it's for me. Hey, Barry Como. I just want to know, let you know I'm thinking about you. That's all.
Well, I think about you. Your name comes up especially a lot when we're watching
Italian
Tulsa
Mafia guys,
King.
right? Yeah, thanks. Great.
Good swagger. Really good swagger.
All right, listen, have a great weekend, Karen.
See ya.
We'll catch up on Monday.
Bye, Karen.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's Karen Kataline. All right, I'll bring up what I want to bring up about driving. You have a thing about driving you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that right before we take care of a little levity today, which happens to be next. I love this song, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Follow us on Rumble at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Cisco Systems and Cyber Bastion, a diaspora-owned small business.
The president has been very clear. He's been crystal clear on this.
On NewstalkSTL. News, analysis, opinion.
They're literally taking the Constitution and putting it in a paper shredder.
NewstalkSTL.
Dozens of out-of-state law firms are crashing into St. Louis trying to get your business. My advice, rely on a hometown firm. Under Law has been here for years. There are lawyers raising their families right alongside yours. And when you're injured by someone's careless actions, you are entitled to full compensation. You want lawyers who will not bend to big insurance, but will stand defiantly protecting you. Under Law, O-N-D-E-R, underlaw.com. Under wins.
Rhino Shield is engineered to outlast paint by a lot, backed with our 25-year transferable warranty. Paint a house, shield a home. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, steel, aluminum, cedar, and more. We are the only coating company selected by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where all 3 episodes concentrate on unpainted brick. If you maintain or own a business with a tired-looking building, you owe it to yourself to look at Rhino Shield and our beautifully durable color schemes. Evaluations are free. We're making buildings pop and be noticed again, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks, exceeding expectations every day with our products, people, and performance. Now is the time to call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or go to 877-25rhino.com and see how honest and transparent we really are. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Looking for an underwater adventure or a scaly new friend? Dive into Tropical World Pets on Watson Road. For 32 years, this family-owned wonderland has been St. Louis's go-to destination for all things aquatic and reptilian. With over 7,000 square feet of aquariums, we're home to the area's largest selection of freshwater fish, including rare cichlids you won't find anywhere else. But that's not all. We've got tarantulas, snakes, and lizards galore. Tropical World Pets, 314-849-4020, or visit twpstl.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. Vic and Ken.
These 2 guys are mad geniuses.
The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
It's nice when you hear that once in a while, you know?
You're damn right. I got to interview Joan Rivers one time because she was going to be at one of the casinos doing a comedy thing, and this was at KTRS. And so I'm introducing her, and I didn't realize the guy. You're a producer. You're a great executive producer. This kid was just what we call bored up. He just pushed buttons and didn't really think about anything. And he had Joan Rivers already potted up on the air, ready to go. And I start saying, you know, she's one of the biggest legends in comedy. And Joan goes, "You're damn right." She was so much fun. She was so much fun. All right, so you got a traffic problem.
Yeah, it's just it's a gripe of mine.
It's very important.
It really is. During rush hour, please don't sightsee.
Wait, never mind rush hour. All the time.
Just all the time. Yeah. If you're in the fast lane and you're doing it on purpose, especially, this is just it's not a thing that you want to do. There are people out there that are crazy. I'm not personally, so I went around you. And but the problem is you're on 170 going north. Everybody's flying by on the right side of you, and because there's a woman in front of you and a man, and they're both sitting there talking, and she's on the phone actually,
right.
And she's going 50 miles an hour, rush hour, fast lane on 170. I just went around, and then I started to go around, and what did she do? Put the phone down and hit the gas and tried to cut me off. It's like, what are you insane?
So this is my problem. If you're going to make a right turn, as an example, if you're going to make a right turn onto Manchester Road from Sulphur Spring, it's only one lane that you can take to make that right. So here's what you're supposed to do. Make the right in the right lane, and then if you want to get in the left lane, put on your turn signal and then go into the left lane.
Yes.
If you make the turn by making a right and then going directly right to the left lane, you're not doing it right.
No, you're exactly right.
And I can't stand with people, and then they won't let you in. And then they're looking at you, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I did it the right way. You're doing it the wrong way. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me.
And when you're making a right turn and there are cars, there's traffic, oncoming traffic, you can get out in your lane. If there's a car in the other lane, in the left lane, and you're in the right lane, you make that right turn, you can do that if you put your blinker on, but the cars that are driving by are like, oh, my God, he's coming out here. No, I'm in the lane. I'm in my lane.
2 things. People can't drive. I hate people. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That took care of it.
I'm pissed. Now I want a little levity today. Can we get a little levity in there? A little bit.
I just thought it was time I just thought we'd have a little levity today.
It's an honor to be here. President Trump is back.
News about today's events and conditions.
I don't know about you, but I don't want my dollars going towards this crap.
A little levity.
77 million Americans voted to elect this president.
You ever noticed that the people who are wrong always seem to talk louder than anybody else?
I will hold myself to the truth, and I expect everyone in this room to do the same.
A little levity today.
Ken found some farmer somewhere who is right dead on what's going on today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you did it. All right, so let's talk.
I'll tell you how I did it.
Yeah.
I got on YouTube and I looked up levity, and this farmer who's sitting in a rocking chair in the middle of a field starts talking to me. I'm like, well, there you are. He was waiting for me.
So perfect. It's so Americana, isn't it?
Yes.
Sitting on the porch, probably was drinking some lemonade.
No, he was out in the field, literally out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said sitting on a rocking chair.
Yeah, he was in a field.
In a rocking chair?
Yeah, for whatever reason. That's great ambience, though.
Love him. Love him. All right, higher tax returns from President Trump. He promised them. He did it. Ken, a little levity.
On the campaign trail in 2024, President Trump looked voters in the eye and promised them he would sign the largest tax cuts in the history of our country. And on Independence Day last year, President Trump and congressional Republicans delivered, passing the largest tax cut in history for working and middle-class Americans, including no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. They also passed unprecedented tax relief for small businesses, farmers, workers, and families. With tax day officially here, the numbers prove these tax cuts have been nothing short of extraordinary. More than 53 million filers claimed at least one of President Trump's signature new tax cuts. The average refund this filing season is more than $3,400. The Trump administration has issued more refunds and larger refunds than in any year of the history of our country. President Trump and Republicans in Congress have always believed that the American people know how to spend their money better than the government does. But what the American people must not forget is that every single Democrat in Congress voted against these tax refunds.
So why do, getting back to what we were talking about with Karen, why do the Democrats root against America and against regular everyday Americans who are going to get nice big fat refund checks just because they hate Trump? That's it.
All comes down to power. That's what it all comes down to, money and power. That last few seconds that on this clip was the most important.
Single Democrat in Congress voted against these tax refunds.
Not one.
I think, and this is terrible to say.
Voted for, I mean.
What?
Not one Democrat voted
for.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I think, and this is terrible for me to say, but I think that Caroline and the Republicans need to make the briefing room a media circus. I mean, while she's saying that, there should be something behind her that says Democrats don't want you to get a tax refund. Democrats don't want prosperity. Democrats don't want you to win. Why not?
It's true.
I mean, I get it.
No,
it's absurd. It's the Vic Porcelli way to do it, but that's the way I would do it.
No, it's a Donald Trump way to do it.
Right.
To be honest with you. And then later on, he's proven right. But during that moment, it's a shock for people that anything out of the ordinary, but it has an amazing point. They don't look at the point; they look at the out of the ordinary. And it's true though, Vic. This needs to happen. So the American people somehow need to get the message.
Yeah. On the flip side, if the Democrats have got their way, they would have paid the highest taxes in history. A little levity.
As we have seen this tax season, President Trump's working families tax cuts have put a historic amount of money back into the pockets of the American people this year. The media has largely omitted this fact and other critical details in their stories covering the benefits of the Trump tax cuts. If the Democrats in Congress had gotten their way and blocked President Trump's historic legislation, Americans would have faced the largest tax hike in history, nearly $4 trillion. The average taxpayer would have seen a 22% increase in their tax rates. Democrats in Congress have proven over and over again that they are the affordability frauds who believe the government should keep more of the American people's hard-earned money. This president and Republicans in Congress fundamentally believe that Americans deserve to keep more of their hard-earned paychecks. It's a clear contrast for American families to keep in mind.
Now think about that for a second, Vic. Had, say, Kamala Harris been president, the NGOs would still be there, USAID would still be there, the whole funding of all this apparatus for the Democrat Party and their taking down America would still be there, and they would need money. They would need more. So what do? Tax the American people 22% higher, creating $4 trillion, $4 trillion for their coffers.
Can't trust them. Okay, Eric Swalwell. The story it gets so involved. It's such a web of deceit, honestly.
Yeah.
By people in Congress, because they knew it. They knew it was going to happen, and they didn't say anything. Little levy.
I think the accusations and allegations against former Representative Swalwell are despicable and disgusting. I think it's also quite plausible, as you point out, Jack, that there were many other Democrats in this town on Capitol Hill who knew about his perhaps illegal behavior, certainly his disgusting and inappropriate behavior, and why were they silent for so long? I think those are questions that must be raised of these sitting representatives, including Mr. Gallego, and I hope that the journalists in this room will do their jobs, and the journalists on Capitol Hill will do their jobs to ask Democrats in power how they knew about such despicable behavior from one of their elected representatives for so long, but never said or did anything about it. So that's what we hope to see as far as the White House and the president is concerned.
So, Jamie Allman, 3 Martini Lunch, which follows us every day, he did a great monologue, I guess you call it, on how the press never said Eric Swalwell was a Democrat.
Ever.
That wasn't by accident, right? That was the meeting in the boardroom, smoke-filled meeting. Well, it used to be smoke-filled. And they said, all right, when you're covering the Swalwell story, you don't say he's a Democrat, see? Just say Swalwell. Don't say he's a Democrat. Say he's a Republican if you want. And they didn't say that. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when there became another one, because there was a Republican who was going through the same thing simultaneously. Who was the other guy? Gonzalez?
Tony Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Texas.
Okay, so when that happened, then they came out with both of them side by side and said, a Democrat and a Republican. They said it then, but they never said it because this one is much more egregious than the other thing. What he did with the multiple women is just so disgusting, and they were focusing more on him as with that being the issue, but they never said Democrat. And Jamie was right.
Right. He's really good. So what do we do here? We're out of
One
time.
more, maybe?
Let's squeeze in one more. What the heck? Some bad reporting.
How about the last one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ken just overruled me on that because he's the boss. United States triumph. Long after everyone in this room is gone, our children and grandchildren will remain inspired. I love that.
As you know, this year we celebrate America's 250th birthday. In honor of this historic occasion, President Trump and the Department of Interior will submit plans for the United States Triumphal Arch, which will be an architectural masterpiece to celebrate our history right here in Washington, D.C. This monumental arch will beam at 250 feet tall in honor of 250 years and stand on ground that is currently empty green space in Memorial Circle on Columbia Island, a man-made island in the Potomac River managed by the National Park Service. Long after everyone in this room is gone, our children and grandchildren will remain inspired by this national monument. Great nations build beautiful structures that cultivate national pride and love of country, and this triumphal arch should be a project that all Americans of all political persuasions can support because it's a monument for every American to celebrate 250 years of our nation's proud history.
So the arch will be 250 feet tall. I love that. You know what else I love? The Freedom Tower in New York City that replaced the Twin Towers, that all the way to the top of the antenna or whatever it is on top there is 1,776 feet exactly.
Wow. See that? You take pride. And I don't care if it was Obama who thought of the idea. I don't care.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But I know, but I don't care who did.
Yeah.
Trump did fine.
Right.
But if it was Obama, I'd be like, this is awesome.
Exactly right. All right, that's all the time we have for Levity today.
Have a little levity.
A little bit.
A little bit of levity.
A little bit of levity today. This is who, the Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I just love this song.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like it. I don't love it. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Oh.
I hate people. So you were talking about Peter Navarro, Ken?
Yeah.
And you were saying that he's got a lot to say today. Can we hear some of what he's got to say today?
Let's do.
All right. He's been on the show many times.
Yeah.
Good guy. And we'll hear from him next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Live and be well.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Democrat John Fetterman said he believes Iran needs to be stopped and Trump is on the right side of history. We'll ask Steve Bucci how much longer the conflict will go on at 420.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Susie Moore. If new flooring makes you think hassle, think again, because Michael's Flooring is changing the game. For over 30 years, Michael's has been locally owned and trusted for quality, variety, and amazing service. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl, or ceramic tile, their expert team makes installing new floors exciting, not stressful. That's why customers keep coming back. Visit Michael's Flooring at St. Peter's, Starting Prairie, Creve Coeur, or online at igotfloored.com. That's igotfloored.com.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
Hanson's Tree Service at hansonstree.com is your one-stop shop for expert insured tree care and more in the greater St. Louis region and at the Lake of the Ozarks. Visit hansonstree.com for 24/7 emergency tree care, grinding and land clearing, awesome organic mulch, green resource recycling, and more. Tim Jones here to tell you that whether you're dealing with old man winter at your home or business in the St. Louis region or preparing your lake home for spring, call Hanson's to help you out. No job too big or too small. Mention News Talk STL. Receive 10% off all tree care services. hansonstree.com, hansonstree.com.
Here's my problem.
Completely agree with your sentiments.
He talks about we're divided. Well, yeah, we are.
And we need to wake up as a country and realize what's going on.
101.9 and 94.1.
Number one for conservative talk.
News Talk STL. This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com.
The Indians send signals from the rocks above the pass. The cowboys take position in the bushes and the grass. The squaw is with the corporal, she is tied against a tree. She doesn't mind the language, it's the beating she don't need. She lets loose all the
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
And Davy Crockett rides around and says it's cool for cats, it's cool for cats.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut.
On News Talk STL.
Love this. Love Squeeze. You like Squeeze?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Lots of things going on that we want you to be a part of. One being the big wrestling match. They call it a debate.
Well, yeah, but that's, you know.
But if you walk in there at the Scheidegger Center and you see a boxing ring, you know, just then maybe may turn into a wrestling match. They should actually do it in a ring. They should do the debate in a ring.
That'd be fun.
Make it look like a...
Right.
Okay. Tuesday, June 2nd, the Hammond Center for Free Enterprise and the St. Charles County Republican Central Committee will be hosting a live debate, at Lindenwood University at the J. Scheidegger Center for the Arts. It's going to be great. You got your three candidates, Jason Law, Bill Eigel, and the incumbent Steve Ellman. They'll take questions from a panel well-versed in St. Louis County issues. I wonder who that's going to be. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Probably people we know.
Yeah.
Doors open at 6, program 6:30. The big wrestling match starts at 7. All brought to you by Mid-Rivers News Magazine. Get all the info at NewstalkSTL.com. All right, Peter Navarro. His name comes up on this show a lot because you brought up just the other day, Ken, how he was taken away in shackles and handcuffs for, I think, ignoring a subpoena or something like that. And some people get away with perjury, but downright perjury, and they never perp walk a Democrat.
No, in the way they did it. That's what you okay. So the Biden administration, they wanted to send a message, right? And now they say, oh, they never did anything like that. You perp walked Peter Navarro in chains and an orange jumpsuit.
Not cool.
You shackled his legs so he couldn't run away. A 70, what is he, 75 maybe?
I have no idea. He doesn't look old at all, but you're probably right.
Oh, yeah, he's going to run away, so shackle his legs and his arms in front of him.
After the 75-year-old, tackle him, off with his head.
So tell me that wasn't a message. And remember, and let's not forget, CNN was right there, ready to film all of it.
Yep. And when he worked for President Trump, he never wavered, where some people have in that first term.
Many.
He didn't realize, he was never a president before. He was never a mayor before. He didn't know exactly the ins and outs of who's the swamp and who's not the swamp. Now he knows. And Peter Navarro's always been a very big part of President Trump's presidencies. And he was on Newsmax yesterday talking about the Democrat socialists.
People understand the shell game here. It's like the Democrats, particularly those Democrats, they're socialists. What is socialism? Socialism is the redistribution of income from part of the nation to the other part of the nation. So what the Democrats do is they spend a bunch of money on welfare programs and all sorts of things that they give to people who then will vote for them. Yep. And then, hey, they fulfill their promise. They try to take it from everybody else.
It's really that simple, Vic.
It's so simple. And let me tell you, he talks like a regular American. Shell game. It is. The Democrat socialism is a shell game that you can never win.
Absolutely right. I mean, when he said shell game, I'm okay. I can see where that would be. Another thing is we don't say it enough. The Democrat Party is no longer. The Democrat Socialist Party is what it is.
You're right, and they might as well call themselves that.
I had somebody on social media. I made that comment because I was just saying the Democrat Socialist Party, blah blah blah, whatever I was saying. They replied back with not even the point that I was making. They said, "You're calling it the Democrat Socialist Party. I'm a Democrat, and that's just wrong." I said, "No, it's not wrong. I'm just using the information given to me by the Democrats, and it comes out to be equates to, if you look at the stats, the figures, everything else, they're Democrat socialists. They have Mamdani, a socialist, who's a leader in the party. AOC is a socialist. Bernie Sanders is a socialist in the Democrat Party."
So, Ken, that's so brilliant because this guy you were talking to is a Democrat. He's not a Democrat socialist because they're doing this without the approval of the people who are Democrats. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you say, "Oh, I'm a Democrat. I'm not a socialist." Well, go right to your senator, right to Bernie. Don't bitch at us.
And then that brings up a question. How many Democrats, even listening right now, maybe you got a Democrat out there listening to the Vic Porcelli Show and saying, I'm a Democrat, but man, I'm not. I'm not a Democrat in this party.
I thought you were going to say, how many Democrats does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
They'll have to get somebody else to do it because they're too lazy to do it. I don't know.
Or something like that.
I just made that up. All right, you know what? Peter Navarro, you can't just play one Peter Navarro, right? You gotta dig in a little bit deeper. And this is about the big old tax refund that everybody's getting.
When the big, beautiful bill was initially passed, we just got hammered. The legacy media jumped all over us, and the Dems jumped all over us, and it was all spin. And the American people, really, let's be honest, the polling was not good. They thought it was everything the spin said it was.
Okay, here, can I say this before we continue here? Because I really want this point to be made.
Yeah.
Peter Navarro and not the Republic, conservatives, common sense conservatives, MAGA people, they'll tell you when something's wrong. It didn't sound good. It didn't look good. We know that. The Democrat Socialist Party never will say that out of their mouth. There's no way that they would give anybody an advantage by saying, yeah, the inflation rate was kind of high. They would never say that. He just did.
Was not good. They thought it was everything the spin said it was, which it was not. Now, today, we have the difference between spin and life experience, which is to say, Larry, when millions upon millions of Americans are getting a tax refund that cumulatively is the biggest one in American history, they understand that this tax cut is for them.
That's on Larry Kudlow's show, right?
Yeah.
On Fox
I
Business.
love him, by the way.
As soon as you said, yeah, I knew it was him. He's got such a distinct voice, and he said Larry. And so there you go. So, yeah, Peter Navarro. Just love the guy. He's good. Can we get him back on? I'm sure he'll come back on, right?
I don't know. He's
a big shot? What, a bigger shot can't come on the show?
He's very important in the economic
So what does that have to do with us?
No, I know, but he's busy. I'm just saying he's busy. I'll try. No, I will go to.
I'm giving you trouble. Don't even worry about it.
You know I'll try, though.
So I want to bring this up because, backstory. Brett Kavanaugh was appointed to the Supreme Court by President Trump. And during his confirmation hearings was some of the most disgusting, devious work that the Democrats do.
Ever.
Blasey Ford, I don't remember her first name, Dr. Blasey Ford.
I don't know.
She looked like Garth from Wayne and Garth. Like she was going to say, excuse me, I have to testify now.
And never dropped a tear.
Right. But she looked like Garth.
No, I agree with it. Yeah.
So, and then last week, Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor took a shot at Kavanaugh during remarks at the University of Kansas. So I had a colleague in that case who wrote, these are only temporary stops. But she said a whole bunch of things about Kavanaugh. Now, not then, when he was being confirmed. Now, saying some pretty lousy stuff. I almost said something really bad right there. And now she apologized for it.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
Tell her. Tell Sotomayor.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
You listening, Sonia?
But she apologized.
Oh, so that makes it better.
No, I'm not saying that. But again, we go back to what the left wing, whatever. They don't apologize. They just don't. They move on.
Good point, Ken.
They're so used to the media covering for them, they just kind of go, they'll cover.
That's why this is news.
That's why
this is news.
Exactly right.
Because they never apologize.
Why do you think I printed that, Vic? I was
Brilliant.
like, holy cow!
Brilliant.
We actually got an apology from someone. Oh my goodness! I better print that for Vic.
So she said, I had a colleague in that case who wrote, there are only temporary stops. This is from a man whose parents were professionals and probably doesn't really know any person who works by the hour. So what she's saying is Kavanaugh is an elitist, and she's a woman of the people.
Right.
I got to tell you, Ken, the first time that I really... Okay, so here's I don't know what it's called, not an apology, but before I did any work in talk radio, right, conservative talk radio, I paid attention, but not like I do now,
Yeah.
And I never heard 2010, the year 2010, I had to spend in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. Oh, God. I just say that because it was far from my house. I had to drive up there on Sunday nights, drive home, see my family on Friday. It was just terrible. It was a lonely year for me.
That would have been rough.
And it's, for some reason, in the winter, it's almost like an island. Like, there's no snow, and you get off of 55, and there's like 10 feet of snow all in Bloomington Normal. And another thing about Bloomington Normal, State Farm Insurance's world headquarters is in Bloomington Normal, Illinois. And everybody works there. I used to... First thing I did was find out where the poker games were when I was up there. And you can get into a poker game in Bloomington Normal 7 days a week. So I was playing one night, and everybody was just talking about where they work. So 9 guys at the table, 5 of them worked at State Farm. So if State Farm ever pulled out of Bloomington Normal, that town would just crash, crash. So anyway, I'm sorry. So that was the first time I heard Sonia Sotomayor's voice, and it was on a PSA, said that, you know, if you're undocumented, you still have the right to vote, and you still have rights if you're undocumented. And I was like, it was the first time I heard the word undocumented. I'm like, undocumented? What does that mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, as I looked into it, I realized that they want all these immigrants in all the way back to 2010, Ken. A long time ago. 16 years ago.
Well, that makes sense because that's back when Barack Obama was laying out his apparatus for what he wanted to do in the future. This is all based around the Barack Obama presidency.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, we can blame, you know, Hillary, which, by the way, it probably, honestly, would have probably been worse had Hillary beat Obama. But that's something we can talk about another day. But this all stems from his presidency and the lies that he put out, being such a person who would be bringing everybody hope and change, bringing everybody together. It was the exact opposite.
And the things he got away with when he was president, you know, we talk about this all the time. That professor, that Harvard professor, who was trying to open the door to his own apartment or his own house, and he didn't have his license on him. He didn't have his wallet on him. Talk about ID, right? We talk about showing ID. The police say, can we see some ID? You go, well, this is my house. Okay, well, let's see some ID. And he didn't have any ID on him. So what did Obama say? The police acted stupidly. Well, wait a minute. There's another situation of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
If they didn't ask for his ID, oh, you live here? Okay. But the guy really was a robber and he broke the windows and he broke in, then the police are in trouble.
All they were doing is trying to protect him.
But they took him in and they're in trouble for that.
Okay.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So you know, I'm going through something right now where someone tried to steal my identity and I had to change credit cards. Nobody got any money or anything like that. I protected it. So, but I was trying to get into my an account and the lady said, I'm sorry, I can't let you in there. And she was expecting me, I think, to be like angry. And I said, no, we've got to figure out a way to work this out. And she said, well, there are things we can do. But I can't, if we don't come to this level of information, I can't let you in. And I was happy with it. I was good. I was like, okay, thank you. That's the way it should have been treated with that professor.
Yeah. But they decided not to do it that way. And then they had a beer together or something stupid. I don't know.
Something like that.
Stupid. It's so stupid. I hate
the beer, Beergate or whatever it was.
So stupid. Oh, that makes it all better.
It did, yeah.
All right, Nate Lucas, the communications director for U.S. Representative Eric Burlison. Maybe we'll give him our media idea, but with a different spin, a different story.
Okay.
One that he won't jump down my throat for like he did last week. He's coming up next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh.
This Saturday, Country Mart opens at 6 a.m. with deals that disappear when the clock strikes 10 p.m. Get Best Choice boneless, skinless chicken breast, 2.5-pound bag, just $4.99. California Sunkissed mandarins, 3-pound bag, $3.99. Ground beef family pack, $4.29 a pound. Dr. Pepper or 7-Up, 6-pack, 16-ounce bottles, 4 for $10. Best Choice granulated sugar, 2 4-pound bags, $5. Chester's fresh made 8-piece fried chicken, only $9.99. While supplies last, no rain checks. 925 Plaza Drive in St. Clair. What if Missouri eliminated its income tax entirely?
Find out how at the Road to Zero Income Tax Town Hall.
Hosted by NewstalkSTL's own Mike Ferguson.
Joined by Senator Nick Schroer and Representative Ben Keithley.
Come ready with your questions and get the facts on the plan to phase out Missouri's income tax for good.
Thursday, April 30th at the Lodge de Pere, presented by AFP Missouri and Mo Tax Relief Now.
RSVP today at afpmissouri.com. That's afpmissouri.com.
Lower your car payment today. Lower your car payment today. Yes, you heard us right. You can lower your car payment right now by making this free call and save up to $1,400 a year on your current car payments. Think about your current car payment right now. What's that costing you per year? Now think about what it would be like to put an extra $1,400 back in your pocket. That's the average savings our customers experience. We can help you drive the same car and pay less every month by lowering your car payments interest
interest rate to as low as 4.67%. At Rate Genius, we can work with you to refinance any car payment. If you qualify, it costs you nothing to find out how you can lower your car payment. To learn more, call this number right now.
800-493-5670. 800-493-5670. 800-493-5670. That's 800-493-5670.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. Amit Thomason. Pressuring Iran to agree to a peace deal, Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane says that while the current ceasefire has ended hostilities for now, that will change if Iran does not choose the path of peace. Kane says he and War Secretary Hegseth are in full agreement.
And as the Secretary said, I'd like to emphasize during this pause that the United States Joint Force remains postured and ready to resume major combat operations at literally a moment's notice.
War Secretary Hegseth says the U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports has been a complete success, adding that President Trump is committed to keeping it up for as long as it takes. Russia hammered civilian areas of Ukraine overnight, launching hundreds of missiles and dozens of drones. At least 16 people killed, scores more wounded.
In Kyiv, AP footage showed cars on fire and damaged and burnt out buildings after Russia struck the capital with drones and ballistic missiles. 20-year-old Georgy Doroshenko walked through his destroyed apartment, his feet crunching on glass and metal shrapnel as he came to collect his pet rabbit, Kosh. At least 4 people were killed in Kyiv, including a 12-year-old, with more than 50 others injured. Ukrainian officials said Russia launched nearly 700 drones and dozens of ballistic and cruise missiles, primarily targeting civilians. I'm Karen Shemas.
President Trump heads west today, visiting Las Vegas to highlight his taxpayer-friendly policies, including easing the tax burden on those who benefit from tips and overtime. New York jury has ruled that Ticketmaster and Live Nation held an anti-competitive monopoly over big concert venues. Live Nation says there will be an appeal. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 33 points, the Nasdaq off a fraction. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted, it works, it's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 844-94-BIBLE. That's 844-94-BIBLE. 844-94-BIBLE.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Rodney and Jen Wallner and the entire Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway. Call them today at 314-810-SOLD. 314-810-SOLD. From the Michaels Flooring Outlet Weather Center.
Meteorologist Shane Scotch with your first alert forecast. We're tracking showers pushing out this morning, mostly sunny skies this afternoon, a few isolated cells of some storms. That'll stay mostly south of St. Louis. Then Friday, first alert weather day has been issued as we're going to continue to track the possibility of some strong to severe storms during the evening hours. So highs towards the upper 80s, mostly sunny. Then about 7 o'clock on, we need to watch out for the potential for some strong to severe storms lasting overnight. Those showers eventually push out Saturday morning, looking to dry up, but also cool down for the weekend. For the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Shane Scotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, you know, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, hour number 2 of our 3-hour tour, put together by the great Ken Williams. 10:25 is going to be a super deli, man.
Interesting. Are you hinting there?
A little hint.
A little bit.
It's a super deli, man. It's like a puzzle almost. It's like a crypto quotes or a jumble. Remember jumble?
Yeah.
And did you ever do those?
Yeah.
Did you ever do crypto quips, crypto quotes?
No.
My son can do them in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say kryptonite.
Now, why would you say that?
I don't know. I was giving a hint, maybe.
Or letting the cat out of the bag.
Could be.
One or the other. Yes, kryptonite is part of it. All right, let's talk to Nate. Let's talk to Nate Lucas. The communications director for U.S. Representative Eric Burlison.
How much has changed in this free country since 9/11? Now, I'm getting ready to go get touched by a TSA agent. It's the most action I've gotten in years.
Good morning, Nate.
Good morning. What's up? How you doing, fellas?
Doing good.
Good, man.
Doing good. So the representative just 19 minutes ago reposted something from RFK Jr., and, I want to talk about RFK Jr. for a minute and what he's done, Nate, because people think he's crazy. People think he's a nut. He's not even a doctor. Why is he HHS director? Well, guess what? That's an administrative position. It's not a medical position at all.
Yeah.
But he's taken the dies out, flipped the pyramid, right? I mean, do you like what he's doing?
I love what he's doing. I'm a huge fan. He's probably my favorite cabinet member. In some ways, I kind of wish he was, head of the FDA as opposed to HHS. But at the same time, I hope that his influence has a lasting impact on how our government looks at these agencies. And I think he's brilliant. And it's amazing to me that the topics that he has approached with a clear mind draws so much pushback, because it just makes you wonder, why is there so much pushback about just trying to promote wellness and healthy options and flip the food pyramid? So, like, instead of eating Lucky Charms, you eat like a ribeye steak. I mean,
yeah, baby.
It's just kind of bizarre to me. But maybe it tells you who's funding who at the St. Louis Zoo. Well,
Nate, it's an awareness thing. RFK Jr. has done so much for this country just by making people aware. And, the Democrats can't even relate to this, because what they want is to tell you what you got to do.
And what you got to eat.
And they're saying, well, see, RFK Jr., all he's going to do is tell us what to do. All RFK Jr. is saying is things that make us aware. I would have never known about petroleum products in Fruit Loops, for example. They're getting rid of these dyes. I am personally, my health, me personally, my day-to-day life, I've actually altered it a bit because of what he's been saying.
How about that?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, that, humans should be aware that in many ways you're consuming microplastics, and forcing food and drug companies to take those out of their products. Like, oh my gosh, what a demon this man is. But it's the reaction to him, the hysterical reaction is just so over the top that it's hard to comprehend, other than that these food and pharma companies have gotten away with poisoning Americans for decades. And the fact that he's just simply looking into it and suggesting that maybe it's not a good idea to consume those things, I think it's amazing. And I would also say that our medical industry as a whole, I think, took a massive credibility hit because of the COVID shot. And in order to get that back, I think you need to peel the onion back and just make it more transparent. And I think that's what he's trying to do. And yet he gets all of this pushback. And again, it just makes you wonder, are food and drug companies, are they there to promote wellness? Are they there to nourish bodies and promote healthy lifestyles? Or are they there to poison you and kill you? And even when it comes to, they all pinpoint, well, he's an anti-vaxxer. Oh, please. He's not an anti-vaxxer. There should be questions raised about why Americans are forced to get so many vaccines, more so than European countries. And no one's suggesting that he's advocating for you to not get, say, the polio vaccine or something. That's not what he's advocating for. He's wondering, well, why do Europeans administer or approve 13, I think it's 13 or 14 shots when you're an infant. And in America, the list was like 23 or 24. And if they're not necessary, look, I don't have children, but I've spoken to people before, and it's one of the most disturbing things because doctors come in as soon as your baby is born. You're a new parent, and you don't know what to do, and they basically force you to start injecting your newborn infant with all of these things, and then you're not allowed to read the ingredient list on anything that they're injecting into your infant. That seems a little that should raise a little bit of concern, and at the very least, you should be aware of what is going into their bodies at such a infant stage.
I am shocked to hear that you can't see the ingredients and what they're putting in your kid. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so. No, I mean they didn't even give you the ingredient list of the COVID shot. They don't tell you anything that's in these things, and yet people just sit there and absorb fluids through injection, and maybe that's why the libtards have gone so freaking crazy.
Nate, those shots you're talking about, the kids, it's up to like 84 of them.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, no, and
shut your face.
And seriously, and the biggest problem is that a lot of these shots, he was saying that you shouldn't be taking all of them at once. They were taking massive amounts of shots together just to get them through it. And some of these kids were having very negative reactions to the combination of shots they were getting.
Well, look at what he did. Remember when they came out and they simply made the point that if you're pregnant, you should probably not take Tylenol. And people were like going crazy, and Tylenol freaked out. And then people pointed out that on the label of Tylenol, it says do not take if pregnant.
Wow.
And then you had people, these crazy lunatics who are like on TikTok, and they're posting videos of themselves like taking tons of Tylenol while they're pregnant. And it's just, I don't know what is wrong with people, but there's a pretty good glimpse into the idiotic ways of the Democratic Party and what kind of nut jobs they've produced over there.
Yeah.
So,
you know what?
I don't even know what to tell you.
It comes down to if you're a liberal in this country, and if anybody in the Trump administration says anything, you have to do the opposite, right? So he talked about the Tylenol. If RFK Jr. said, breathing is very good for you, the Democrats would hold their breath until they're dead. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a ridiculous analogy, but that's what they would do because they're stupid. All right, I just want to get to the dyes real quick, Nate, because what you were talking about, do the cereal companies, are they concerned with nutrition for our kids or just making money, right? So the dye, Fruit Loops, you pour a bowl of Fruit Loops in America, put it next to a bowl of Fruit Loops in England, drastic difference in colors, right? So they made them bright colors, which makes it look great, but it's bad for us and killing the kids.
Well, because it's all about marketing. And I mean, I get that. You want to sell your product regardless of what it is, whether you want to promote it as nutrition or whatever it is, your job is to sell the product. So you market it to kids. Unfortunately, all of those things, when you break it down, those carbohydrates just turn into sugar. And if you think it's some radical idea that maybe instead of filling up a bowl of Fruit Loops, which breaks down to sugar in your body within an hour, and your kid can't focus when they go to school, instead of, say, having a couple of eggs and a protein that would sustain your, stomach, and you'd be fuller for longer and it'd be more nutritious and your body could break it down more easily. It seems like common sense, and yet the radical left has to do everything they can to undermine what should be a common sense, bipartisan, smart idea to suggesting that he is a psycho who shouldn't have control over what you ingest. And by the way, he's not doing that. If you think if you want to continue to fill your kids up with sugar in the morning, by God, you go crazy, girl. But at the end of the day, it's kind of stupid. And it gets back to, why do we have childhood obesity rates as high as we do? Why do we have an obesity rate of almost 50% in the country? And then we wonder why healthcare costs are so high. So that all of these things have a domino effect, and it doesn't seem like anyone is genuine about getting to the root cause of it. But I think RFK does have good intention.
He does. And you mentioned obesity. Back in the 70s, the United States, there was a 4% obesity rate among kids.
4?
4.
Wow.
And now it's like something like 58% or something like that.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that is a drastic and dangerous thing that we're putting our kids through. And it comes down to the parents, Nate. Vic and I have talked about the color of the Fruit Loops before, but the bottom line is the kids don't buy the damn cereal. So why would they care if it was appealing to the kids? The parents should be saying, I don't care if it's appealing to you. I'm not buying that crap for you. I'm going to go ahead and buy what I think is good for you.
And how about if you are going to fill your kids up with sugary cereals and donuts and they're a drain on our overall health system in America, why don't you pay a dynamic price of paying a little bit more? Fatso, you consume it, you pay for it.
I'm right here. So I'm just going to, talk about your kids, I am nobody to talk. Okay, don't eat that or you'll be a big fat pig like me. So we don't want that. So listen, you mentioned healthcare, so let's talk about healthcare just for a quick sec. Because healthcare costs is one thing, healthcare itself is another thing. And I've said this just to be dramatic, I guess, but it doesn't matter if your healthcare is free or if it costs a lot of money. If the healthcare is not good, it doesn't matter. There are so many mistakes in healthcare, in hospitals, in doctors' offices in this country, Nate, it'll blow you away.
And that's the big misconception, I suppose, when it comes to health insurance versus health care. Obamacare, you could say, yes, put everyone on a coverage plan. But has your care gotten better? And the answer is no. I mean, that's just a fact.
It's gotten worse.
Overall, it's gotten worse. Yeah, outcomes have gotten worse as prices have gone up. And so everyone has all of this coverage, and yet you go to the hospital and you get an MRI or an X-ray, and you're one medical emergency away from being bankrupt, and that is extremely stressful. So the insurance companies have sort of tricked Americans into thinking that all of this coverage is necessary to avoid a medical emergency where it would financially bankrupt you. But the problem is that it still bankrupts you, and so there's no price transparency. These companies are getting injected directly from the Treasury Department with subsidies from the U.S. government, and with the hopes that the government paying Big Pharma, that those prices then would be reflected on the American people by bringing prices down, and yet it has not happened. The opposite has happened. So Obama lied when Obamacare got rolled out, where he said that your health insurance premiums would be cut in half in 10 years. They've actually doubled and then some. I was talking to somebody today who is an independent worker, and he pays for health insurance on the open market, and he pays $900 a month. Yeah. I mean, that's insane. Yeah. And so for the average family of four, I think the cost of their premium is now $26,000. And if you could get that down, I mean, that's real cold, hard cash, baby. That's coming right out of your paycheck that you're paying. And then you go to the doctor, and then you get all these surprise bills. So the whole system is just terrible, but it's very complicated. And there are a lot of layers to it. So Republicans have an actual chance to do something that they rarely do. They all campaign a big stump on, dismantling Obamacare and reforming healthcare, and then they get into office and they don't know how to fix it. But I think you'll see something later today from Representative Eric Burlison in regards to a massive healthcare overhaul reform package that will be released, and it includes a lot of provisions that Donald Trump has been talking about when he says stop paying the insurance companies and give the money directly to the people.
And don't forget, with Obamacare, if you like your doctor, you can keep him, which was a bunch of crap. Okay, so I'm going to try this again in a different way with you, Nate. Caroline, no. No, it's fine. I don't think we're going to have any problems like we had last week. So Caroline Leavitt, right? She's in the briefing room, and I said, why don't you show people, Democrats who say we got to kill Iran and all that stuff. So this is a different topic. If Caroline Leavitt is talking about immigration, right? How about using those screens that she just used yesterday with quotes from people on Twitter, of Chuck Schumer saying immigrants got to go. All these people that say illegal immigration is bad. All I'm asking is for her to use the technology that is available to her to take advantage of a situation and shut up the stupid left media.
I'm with you. All these people, when you're like a Chuck Schumer and you've been in office for 40 years or whatever it is, there's a little thing called tape, and you don't have to go back that far when Chuck Schumer was making pretty rational points about, illegal immigration and how broken our system is. Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, they've all said things that today's left would certainly find to be radical. But the reality is that the immigration system is broken. And it's a double-edged sword because I am in favor, as I've said a lot of times, of mass deportations, and anyone who is here illegally, you got to go. And whether that's by force or by self-deportation, you got to go. The gig's up, and we can't afford you anymore. At the same time, I also am not a dummy and recognize that corporate America relies on cheap labor because Americans have been put on the welfare system and they don't want to work. And so I think the only way to get around that is to charge some sort of tax on these corporations who fund H-1B visas and hire illegal aliens to work.
Yeah.
And these corporations should pay a significant tax for hiring those people, and that could be injected back into the economy. But other than that, I mean, you can have all these politicians talk a big game about deportations, but the companies that fund them do not want mass deportations because they rely on that cheap labor.
So let me ask you the question again. With all the technology Kataline Leavitt has, why doesn't she use videos of what you're talking about? That's all I want to know.
That's a great point. I don't know. I mean, they should use every single resource imaginable to shove their own talking heads back in their face.
And it'll shut them up immediately. Immediately.
Exactly.
Well, a lot of
you could have...
Go ahead, Nate.
Remember, like, when Fauci was on TV every day and he was changing his narrative about COVID and the shot and what caused it and what didn't? And it was like, they should just create a montage of Fauci debating himself. And I think you could do that with almost every single liberal politician because they talk out of both sides of their mouth. And it wasn't too long ago that they said one thing that seems like common sense. And today they're just so wacky. I don't know what happened to the left, but they are insane.
Well, it really does make sense because the media and the left, they think this is a freaking Snapchat situation.
Oh.
Where you just put something up and an hour later it's going to be gone forever. You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense,
Kenny, tell me about that snap face. I'm not too familiar with it.
I only know because my daughters have
Tell me about that dadgum Snapchat.
Yeah.
Nate, it's a brilliant idea you had. Debate themselves, right? Make a video of them saying what they said then, and then, well, what do you think about that, Chuck Schumer? Okay, well, now what do you think about that, Chuck Schumer? They could talk
Create
to
an
each
AI.
other.
Create an AI. You know what? That would be such a great argument destroyer.
Right. All right. Brilliant thoughts, Nate. Appreciate you. Say hi to the representative for me.
We'll do that.
We'll
I will do that for both of you.
All right.
All right. See you, Nate.
That's Nate Lucas.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy.
He is the communications director for U.S. Representative Eric Burlison. This is Santana, right?
Yes. Well, it's actually, Santana, but go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
No, you go ahead.
It's okay. Hey, this is on a Santana album, isn't it?
Yes.
Rob Thomas from Matchbox
I didn't
20
want to
sings
steal.
on it. But Carlos Santana won like 10 Grammys for this album when it was out in 99. All right, the 11th annual Jeff Hansen Memorial Foundation presents the Sporting Clay event Saturday, May 16th at Black Hawk Valley Hunting Preserve in Old Monroe, Missouri. Get a team of 4 together or just come as a single. Cost includes your breakfast, your lunch, and shells for the day. It all starts at 8 a.m. Saturday, May 16th. To help us honor our friend Jeff Hansen, as he would have insisted, have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
Go to JeffHansenMemorialFoundation.com for more info or to register, or always NewstalkSTL.com. Ken?
Yeah, Vic.
Don't you. Coming up next, it's a super deli, man.
Oh.
That's next.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. Vic and Ken.
They don't know what the they're doing.
The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
That may be true, but you don't have to tell everybody.
Yeah.
They don't know what. Okay.
What did you say, Vic?
I didn't say anything. Nothing. Just talking about Chris Cooper and Serenity Wealth Management. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I have no idea.
Listen, if talking about your money, talking about your wealth management program or your plan that you have, and it's not working out, but you feel funny talking to people about your money, you don't have to talk. You don't have to feel like that when you talk to Chris Cooper at Serenity Wealth Management. I met Chris when we were down at the Powerhouse when this station first started, and when I met him, we sat down, and he had a shirt on with his logo on it, of course, and it said Serenity Wealth Management. And I, being I don't know anything about anything, so my mind starts to wander on unimportant things. And I said, Serenity, it says Serenity now. Seinfeld, yeah. So I let the whole meeting go by, and then I said, maybe we should tie in like a Seinfeld kind of reference thing. Serenity now, So he goes, oh, and he starts digging on his finger. Here, this picture's in my office. It was an oil painting of Kramer from Seinfeld. So that's the kind of guy he is. He's fun. He's smart. He knows what he's doing.
And he'll be in here tomorrow with us.
Will he?
Yes, at 11.
Have to give him some trouble for hanging out with my girl,
Right.
Mm-hmm. 3 books I want to tell you about that he wrote. His new book is called The Business Owner's Playbook for Financial Clarity, and you can get that at serenitynowbiz.com. And then the 2 stalwarts, tax-free strategies for long-term care, and the new holistic retirement. You can get those at serenitynowtax.com. Great radio show, I hear.
Yes.
Lots of...
That Diane would actually be real familiar with because she loves the show. And it's called, what's it called? Serenity Wealth Now, right? But it's full of fun with finance, and that was a good thing.
That's my problem with him, hanging out with her on his radio show, right? Look at me, Diane. I'm hanging behind the microphone. All right, coming up next, Serenity Now. That's what I'm supposed to say.
There you go.
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors.
Serenity Now! Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Simply Health with Dr. Brian Deloney.
Belly fat isn't just fat. It's inflammatory, hormonal, and dangerous. But the solution isn't a fad diet. It's understanding how these 3 things work together. We talk about those 3 things and connect the dots this week.
Simply Health with Dr. Brian Deloney. Saturdays at noon on NewstalkSTL. To find out more about Simply Health Integrated Medical, log on to simplyhealthintegrated.com.
This is Tony Colombo, and my favorite Capriati sandwich is the cheesesteak made with American Wagyu beef from Snake River Farms, and you have to include a side of their amazing fries. I love Capriati's, and you will too.
Open 9 to 9 daily on Manchester at McKnight and Rock Hill.
Newstalk STL. Newstalk STL. Welcome to Porcelli's Deli.
Yes, very good. I'll have a Bloody Mary and a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich, please.
Come over here.
Ketchup. Where's the ketchup at? I bet the Chinese food here is terrible.
With Vic Porcelli.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot.
Porcelli's Deli is moved to 1019 and 94.1 Newstalk STL. Come on in. We're open. Have a seat. Vic will tell you a story.
Welcome to Porcelli's Deli. How you doing? How you doing? So, I've been teasing this all morning by saying we got a super deli, man. So, if you took one of the words and put it somewhere else, right? If you put the middle word and put it on the end, it would be a Superman deli. So the deli's all about this guy.
than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. Strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of Superman.
God, what a great show that was when you were a kid.
I know, man.
George Reeves was Superman. Noel Nell was Lois Lane, and boy, I can't think. Damn it, Jimmy Olsen, great too. Oh, and don't forget the editor, Great Scott. I don't know. So, the Adventures of Superman. Why would we do a deli about Superman? Ken?
Right. Well, I don't know.
Because there's a bunch of songs about Superman, and that's basically the theory and the theme of today's deli is songs about Superman.
Oh, okay.
Because it was on April 18th, which is 2 days from now, 1938, when Superman first appeared in the comic strips. Now, I don't know whether that's... I know you people... You Marvel and DC people, I don't know. What, is it Marvel? Is Superman Marvel?
No, it's DC.
DC.
Yeah.
I know people get very... If you say it the wrong way, they get all mad at you.
I was getting ready to throw something at you.
Hey!
But, you know.
I'm the host. So, let's start with Donovan. You remember Donovan, right? He had a bunch of great songs in the 60s. He was a big drug user back in the 60s. As a matter of fact, I read a story just recently where Donovan hanging out with Brian Jones from the Stones was the start of the downfall of Brian Jones' life.
Oh, really?
Too many drugs, yeah. But he had a song called Sunshine Superman.
Superman or Green Lantern ain't got nothing on me. I can make like a turtle and dive far. You're puzzling the sea.
That's it. So Sunshine Superman. I think he only mentioned Superman the one time, but Superman's in the title of the song.
Yeah.
Sunshine Superman. Okay, that's good. Next one is by a band called Five for Fighting. You remember John Ondrasik, right?
Yeah, we met them.
He did a River Lounge with us one time. And by the way, John Ondrasik is a super conservative.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Oh, that's cool.
It's Canadian. The name of the band, Five for Fighting, is named after the hockey penalty. When you get 5 minutes for fighting, five for fighting. That's where he came up with the name of the band. He had a song called Superman, It's Not Easy.
I can't stand to fly. I'm not that naive. Men want men to ride with clouds between their knees. I'm only a man, no silly red sheet, digging for kryptonite on this one-way street. Only a man, no phony red sheet, looking for special things inside of me.
So I don't think he mentioned Superman by name.
That's how I was going to ask you. Does he? Yeah.
But Kryptonite's in there. And,
yeah.
the funny red sheet is Superman's cape.
Right.
You know, these songwriters, they think they're so smart, and they are. And they're great. So there's another one. All right, now we get into a band called Crash Test Dummies. Do you remember Crash Test Dummies?
That. Yeah.
Did you?
I remember the song we used to play on the river.
Yeah,
and
no,
if you had
four.
Huh?
There's four mms.
Oh, okay. But you had to announce it. The
That's
name
right.
Of the song.
You felt like an idiot on the air, right?
Right.
Yeah. Here's a by Crash Test Dummies. But they had a song called Superman Song.
Clark Kent, no, there was a real gent. He would not be caught sitting around in no jungle scheme. Dumb as an ape doing nothing.
Knock on Tarzan there, by the way. That was a knock on Tarzan.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Superman never made any money, 'cause saving the world from Solomon Grundy. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him.
I love that because he's singing about Superman as if he were a real person.
Yeah.
I doubt the world will ever see another man like him. Even in the comics, nobody's Superman, right? Bullets bouncing off his chest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a knock on Tarzan about wearing an animal skin, living with the apes in the jungle. So it was kind of a, Tarzan.
Tarzan, right?
We got Superman.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, so this one's kind of sad because we lost one of the members of the band, Three Doors Down, and their song was called Kryptonite.
I watched the world fall to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there
holding my hand?
I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might.
Superman. Oh, sorry, Kryptonite. Good. And unfortunately, Brad Arnold, singer for Three Doors Down, died just recently, this year, February 7th, 2026, at age 47. God, that's terrible. And that was a great song. All right, now we get into the big ones, Ken. Now we get the big ones. Big finale. REM. Sing along at your desk there at work, would you?
I am Superman, and I know what's happening.
Doom, 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 doom.
I am Superman, and I can do anything.
REM, I am Superman.
Such a
I can
great
do
song,
anything.
man.
Such a great
It
song.
wasn't played enough, and we played it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, quick story. I know I shouldn't be telling stories when we're running out of time. Last night, my wife said, boy, what was the song? There was a song that she knew, really good, but didn't know who the artist. I can't believe that's them. Ken, there's so many songs that she loves, that and a bunch of other REM songs, but she didn't know any of them were REM.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she just listens. She doesn't really,
Right. I think a lot of people do that. I did that on some song. Be like, oh, I didn't know that band played that song.
All right, Kenny.
You've introduced me to songs like that.
Have I?
Yeah, where I'm like, I never knew that was that band.
Okay, this goes back to the disco era, Ken, when everybody did disco songs, right?
Right.
Including the Kinks. This is called I Wanna Fly Like Superman. This is kind of disco. A little bit. Bass line, drum beat, right?
Yeah.
This morning, starting to sneeze. Had a cigarette and a cup of tea. I looked in the mirror. What did I see? A 9-stone weakling with knobbly knees. I did my knees bend, press ups, touch my toes. Had another sneeze and I blew my nose. I looked in the mirror at my pigeon chest. I had to pull on my clothes because it made me depressed.
Oh, I should have cut right to the trace on this. I'm sorry. It's coming.
What I am, I wanna be a better man.
Superman, I wanna fly like Superman. So the Kinks, legends, right? They're probably in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Kinks, right?
I would doubt it. They should be if they're not.
So here's the cool thing, Kenny. All these people did a song about Superman.
Right.
Right?
I like that.
I love it too. And this one, believe it or not, oddly enough, out of all the Superman songs, this one's my favorite, by the Spin Doctors. And the lyrics in the song are brilliant. I don't think they actually even say Superman in the song, but it's absolutely about Superman. It's called Jimmy Olsen's Blues. Listen to that guitar, right?
Oh, such an iconic intro.
We got to play this all the time, right? Jimmy Olsen's Blues by the Spin Doctors to wrap up Porcelli's Deli. All about Superman on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
So bad for the pseudo-journalistic. Drive me up the ball and through the roof. No house and clock and name telephone booth.
Telephone booth.
I think I'm going out of my brain. Got so bad for little Miss Lois Lane. Oh,
Hitting on Lois Lane.
Yep.
Superman. They do say Superman.
There you go.
That's it. It was our Super Deli, man. It's our Superman Deli. Got a pocket full of kryptonite.
I'd like an omelet, plain, and a chicken salad sandwich on wheat toast. No mayonnaise, no butter, no lettuce, and a cup of coffee.
And number 2, chicken salad sand. Hold the butter, the lettuce, the mayonnaise, and a cup of coffee. Anything else?
Yeah, now all you have to do is hold the chicken, bring me the toast, give me a check for the chicken salad sandwich, and you haven't broken any rules.
You want me to hold the chicken, huh?
I want you to hold it between your knees.
He's faster than a bullet, stronger than a train. He's the one who got lucky. Gotta keep around Miss Lois Lane. I can't believe my dilemma is real. I'm competing with the man of steel.
The Vic Porcelli Show. Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Download the all-new News Talk STL app.
Love the all-new Newstalk STL app.
On my way to work in the morning.
Usually I'm in the car.
I listen on the app in my car every morning going to work.
Download the News Talk STL app and listen anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's Susie Moore for Window World. Did you know that in just over the last 20 years, Window World of St. Louis has improved the look and thermal efficiency for over 80,000 customers in St. Louis? Plus, Window World windows come with a lifetime warranty that covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor. And now, Window World is offering 36 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. Call them today at 800-GET-WINDOWS for a free in-home, no-pressure estimate. That's Window World at 800-GET-WINDOWS. They're the preferred window of the St. Louis Blues.
A new game day favorite is coming to Busch Stadium on Saturday, April 25th, when the Cardinals host the Seattle Mariners. That day, fans take home a Victory Blue Cardinals crewneck sweatshirt presented by Purina, a light and easy style that's perfect for spring and designed to fit right into your everyday wardrobe. Available in medium and extra large while supplies last. A limited look you'll want to wear again and again. Tickets and info at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Jose Fermin. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com.
Every Sunday home game is a kids' Sunday at Busch Stadium. From Team Fredbird and games to a kid-friendly DJ, ice cream, and family-favorite activities. Sundays are built for young fans. Plus, select Sundays feature kids run the bases after the game. It's a day made for smiles, memories, and Cardinals baseball together. Make Sundays your family tradition at Busch Stadium. Tickets and details at cardinals.com/KidsSunday.
Fox News Commentary with Jimmy Fallon. Next.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's Jimmy Fallon.
The Epstein files, whatever they say Trump is holding back, they themselves could have released under Biden. They themselves, meaning if they thought there was something in there that was going to get them, it would have got them. But they didn't care because it wasn't about victims. It's the same thing right now with Swalwell. It's just not about victims. They got him out of the governor's race, and it was their coordinated hit. They dumped the dirt they had on him. Okay, this is not new stuff. Nobody went, whoa, Eric Swalwell? Okay, he was the Matt Gaetz of the Democrat Party. Do not for a second believe that there's suddenly this newfound interest in accountability and justice for victims in the Democrat Party. Okay, the only thing there's an appetite for is power. And Eric Swalwell was in the way of their power. And they said resign. He said, I don't wanna. And they told him, you have to.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Whoosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
When I introduce you, I'm going to say, this is a friend of mine. That means you're a connected guy. Now, if I said instead, this is a friend of ours, that would mean you were a made guy. A capiche?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
I hope you guys like the deli.
I thought it was really good.
We did it because April 18th, 1938 was when Superman first appeared in the comics. And then we've got some comments that we can talk about later, I guess, Ken, in the chat box.
No, good.
What?
That'll be good.
Oh, in other words, shut up and wait till the chat box? Is that what you're saying to me?
No, I'm good.
I think that's what you're saying.
Not at all.
All right, I also messed up because Ken and I say, all right, so you hear a lot. This is inside baseball, okay? We're going to hold back the curtain for you and show you a little bit about what happens in radio. Before we get on the air, for every time we open the mic and start a segment, and we're going to play audio, Ken will say, do you want to just play this, or do you want me to, here's the bump in with it. That's the inside baseball phrase. You want to bump in with it, which means you play the intro over the music.
Yeah.
Play the audio over the music. And then the thing is, I'm supposed to shut up then. And I didn't.
That's all right.
So I wanted to talk about Superman.
Well, we can do it either way.
Do you like Superman?
I do.
Who do you think is cooler, Superman or Batman?
Oh, Superman for sure.
Yeah.
Batman gets too dark to me.
But Batman, here's the thing, Ken. I agree with you. Batman gets very dark. But Batman does everything he does with no superpowers.
True.
He can't fly. Bullets don't bounce off his chest.
But you got to worry about him, too.
That is because he's a wacko?
No, you got to worry about the fact that he could get killed.
Yes, exactly right. You don't have to worry about that with Superman.
No.
Unless you got a pocket full of kryptonite. I love that Jimmy Olsen's book. Can we play that all the time?
Let's do it.
Like bump in with it once in a while?
I'll put it in there.
Love it. There's so many cool references in it. Metropolis, they mentioned Metropolis. Phone booth, where Clark Kent just happens to have a Superman suit in there ready to go. And I don't know. That's cool. And people have some questions about some of the things I said. And I still think I'm right. And you're wrong. That's my show. Okay. So let's, Ken.
Yep.
You listening?
Yeah, Vic.
Adam Schiff. Have you noticed you haven't heard anything from him in the last couple of days?
It's kind of weird.
Haven't seen him on TV. Haven't seen his videos that he puts on the internet and stuff.
You used to see him on multiple shows every day.
Because he is sweating. Okay? Oh, so Adam Schiff, if you remember back during the impeachment hearings, right? He was the one who said, I have, going on radio shows, TV shows, I have evidence, absolute evidence, that Donald Trump colluded with the Russians to win the 2016 election. And I got to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, just being honest, because I'm a prejudger, you know I am. Just looking at him, you know he was the kid that got beat up on the playground at school every day, right? Just that watermelon head holding up with a pencil neck. And he said he had a whistleblower, right? I have a whistleblower. So what's the question when somebody says they have a whistleblower? The question is, what's his name? What's the whistleblower's name? Oh, well, he never had a name because we have to protect whistleblowers in this country. That is, of course, unless whistleblowers are going to do something that defends or advantages President Trump. So it turns out the whistleblower didn't have anything against Donald Trump, was forced to say things. That's all coming out now. And he had, and it was, okay, so here's something that I was wrong on. I thought there was no whistleblower at all. I didn't think that even Adam Schiff was that devious to make a whistleblower lie and pay him to lie. The guy's name is Saramella or something like that. And he has now said, oh, no, that really wasn't true, any of that stuff I said. So I guess my point is, now that Eric Swalwell has been, outed, and he's going to resign from the Senate, from the House. I don't think he has actually resigned yet. He said he was going to resign, but there's a process, paperwork and all that stuff, which I don't think has happened yet. But he will. He'll resign from the House because he can't. His own party want him to just leave. When Ken and I always talk about how Democrats are so good at circling the wagons, right? When somebody on their side gets in trouble, they all stick up for him or her. All absolutely, we trust this person. They would never lie. And that just isn't happening with Adam Schiff. I mean, with Eric Swalwell, just not happening. So I haven't seen any of Adam Schiff's little TikTok videos that he makes or anything like that. Maybe I missed them, but I don't think they're there because being really quiet right now. Really quiet. Because he could be going to jail for 10 years. Okay, you say that, and then, the reality is Republicans don't do anything. But he deserves 10 years in jail for, just being a liar. Can you go to jail for being a liar?
Well, they call it. They have a name for it.
Perjury?
Something like that.
It used to be. Back in
the old days.
When you're in the rocking chair on the porch.
Right.
Back in the old days, we had a thing called perjury. Don't do it no more, though. So can we hear Jonathan Turley, who is a great number 30, Ken?
Yeah.
A great constitutional expert, right? Absolute expert on the Constitution.
Oh, yeah, he is absolutely. If there's a person that's any more knowledgeable, I'd like to find out who that is because he is so good.
So let me say then that he is not a conservative.
No.
But yet you only see him on conservative TV. Isn't that funny? But that's so telling. You never see him on CNN saying, yeah, Donald Trump should go to jail because of the Constitution. Never. Not one time.
Right.
So here he is talking about Adam Schiff.
Yeah, Schiff was viewed as one of the most political chairs of that committee in its history. And this is a truly chilling account, if true. Now, when I first read it, frankly, I was taken aback because it's perfectly moronic to commit such a felony with a planning conference meeting with staff. That's not usually how things are leaked in Washington, D.C. What makes this different is that this was a statement made to FBI agents. The person who made this statement was no doubt aware that lying to FBI agents is not just a crime, but a crime that was repeatedly prosecuted during prior administrations, including the Obama and Biden administrations. So making this statement puts you at risk. That's why someone's lying here and someone's a felon.
So I think that's the biggest point there, Vic, is that somebody is lying. So no matter what, someone is going to be probably recommended for some kind of incarceration. I don't know.
Somebody lied and somebody's a felon. He threw it at the end there.
Yes. Yeah.
Adam Schiff is a felon.
And he said that he did it in such a moronic way.
So I don't know if you remember, during the first impeachment hearing against President Trump, Adam Schiff was trying to be theatrical, and he said, here's what the conversation was between Trump and Zelensky. All right, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you 7 times. I want you to dig up dirt on my opponent, lots of it. He made it sound like he was reading an actual transcript from the telephone call between Zelensky and Trump, and he was just trying to be dramatic.
Yeah,
and that shouldn't be okay. But we always talk about they're protected up there. They can't be held responsible for anything they say up there. Which who invented that, by the way? Who started that rule?
Yeah. I think they did it so that people could speak their mind, but if you're going to speak your mind and lie, what's the point?
So I mentioned just a second ago, Ken, that he could go to jail for 10 years, Adam Schiff, And here's Jonathan Turley to say just that.
This is a very significant punishment. You can have, in addition to having multiple counts, you can easily go 10 years in terms of a sentence, if not more, depending on the circumstances and the number of violations. Each of these leaks is an individual violation. Each of these documents would likely be charged as a violation. That type of count stacking is precisely what Mueller and others did. Remember, these are these are very similar to the types of claims made against Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago, that he removed material and improperly stored them. There were also allegations that he might have revealed them to third parties. But this is much more serious in one sense. Trump was accused of negligence in most of these counts. This would be a premeditated criminal act to release classified information to damage one's political opponent.
Yeah, awful lot of stuff coming out about Democrats, but you wouldn't know it if you listened to the Today Show or watched the Today Show.
Yeah, everything's hunky-dory fine. There's nothing going on with the right is in hell. I mean, they're just falling apart. The war's over. We've lost.
Crazy.
But the left is doing really well. This whole count stacking thing that
yeah, what is that?
It's just they're layering on so thick, they're trying to get Trump so bad. They're trying to get him into a situation where there's so many things against him that there's no way he can find his way out, Vic.
It took me a second to get that. Sorry, Ken.
And then the premeditation. President Trump, they could have at worst said that, well, he was just being negligent. He wasn't thinking. Adam Schiff, the man was premeditated. He was trying to tell us, remember, I'll never forget him being on all these shows every day, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I've got to keep on track here because it sounds like it's true. The way he's saying it, he's saying, I have the information. I have the whistleblowers. I have the evidence. It's in my office. I'm going to be revealing it shortly. And he never did. He never did.
You know what, Ken? What you just said right there, just as an analogy to what you said, it's kind of like the difference between manslaughter and murder, right? Murder is premeditated.
Yes.
And Schiff premeditated any lie he could just to get President Trump in jail.
Well, I mean, murder one, murder two, okay? And murder one is premeditation. Murder two is if you've killed somebody, but well, yeah, I don't even know if it's that you've planned it. I know you didn't plan it, but you did it.
Yeah.
So you're a murderer, but it's murder two. What do they call it? Manslaughter is, I think, when it was accidental, but you still killed somebody.
So I'm not clear on the difference between manslaughter and murder too.
Where murder. Okay, so for example, say you get in a fight with somebody and you're angry. And
got it.
You actually kill somebody.
Yeah.
Manslaughter is
like you ran over somebody with your car,
and you didn't mean to, but it happened. So
oops. That's the oops. Manslaughter.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Oopsie.
I am not a legal scholar, as you can tell.
But that's the oopsie rule.
It's the oopsie rule.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
In our world.
The oopsie rule. Sustained. I always wanted to say I object and hear the judge say sustained and not overruled.
Yeah.
All right, Tony Kinnett from the Daily Signal. We're going to let Tony brag a little bit about where he works because there's a great article written by Tyler O'Neill from the Daily Signal.
Okay.
His buddy, his workmate.
That's right.
His compadre. So we'll let Tony do that a little bit next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh.
If you love your pet, which I know you do, then they deserve the excellent treatment and care they'll receive at Pacific Animal Hospital in Pacific, Missouri, a full-service veterinarian facility. Originally built and grown by my dad, Dr. Bill Jones, a new generation of wonderful veterinarians and staff at Pacific continue to provide outstanding medical, surgical, dental, boarding, and grooming services for your favorite furry friends. Our family entrusts the care of our pets only to the experienced docs and staff at Pacific Animal Hospital. You should too. Call them today, 636-257-2100, 24/7 at PacificVets.com, PacificVets.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Link, owner of the Dental Link. You've heard ads about teeth in a day, but did you know that you will be chewing on plastic, acrylic teeth? Here at the Dental Link, we can give you porcelain crown and bridge teeth utilizing mini dental implants that function much more like real teeth at about half the cost. Plus, mini dental implants are less invasive, less painful, and your recovery time is much shorter. Give us a call at 314-794-6464 or simply visit us today at thedentallink.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The U.S. is warning Iran that combat operations will resume if there's no new peace deal.
Even as the U.S. engages in discussions with Iran about further peace talks, the Pentagon says the military is poised to resume its attacks. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says if Iran chooses poorly, then they will have a blockade and bombs dropping on infrastructure, power, and energy. At the same briefing, Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane said U.S. forces were ready to resume major combat operations at literally a moment's notice. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Negotiating with Iran's hardline regime has been slow going at times, but former Republican Senator Jim Talent believes the U.S. has the upper hand.
We've destroyed their inventories. We've destroyed the industrial base that produced the inventories. We're strangling the economy now. I think the next set of negotiations, we are essentially going to be dictating terms.
Senator Talent is now a senior fellow at the Reagan Institute Center for Peace Through Strength. He was interviewed by the Salem Radio Network. Investors shaking off any nagging doubts about the tenuous ceasefire today on Wall Street. The Dow is up by 103 points. The Nasdaq up by 114 at this hour. A decision to adjust prices seems to be paying dividends at PepsiCo.
PepsiCo's price cuts and some new products improved demand for its snacks in the first quarter. Revenue jumped 8.5% compared to the same period a year ago, handily beating Wall Street's forecast. Net income rose 27%. PepsiCo has been cutting prices on Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, and Tostitos chips this year to win back customers exasperated by years of price hikes. New products with no artificial ingredients and snacks with enhanced ingredients are also attracting shoppers. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
More of these stories at townhall.com.
I talked to a lot of great companies. Very few of them actually literally surprised me, but Fellowship Home Loans sure did. For over 20 years, Mike and Brian and the team there have been helping families do something most people think is more complicated than it has to be. Get into a home, lower their rate, or tap into equity they didn't even realize they had. Everything at Fellowship is done in-house. One roof, one great team, all with a servant-led mentality. From your first phone call to closing, you're going to get people who know you by name. They'll know your situation. They treat you like family. They're also offering a free mortgage checkup right now. Don't miss out. Rates are lower now than if you purchased or refinanced your home in the last few years. Many Fellowship customers are saving hundreds of dollars a month when refinancing, and there are no payments for 2 months. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Tim Jones here to introduce you to your new favorite roofing company, Correll Roofing. There were 4 major storms last year. Did your roof take a hit? Do you even know? Most homeowner insurance policies require claims to be filed within 1 year, so time's running out for a closer look. At Correll Roofing Company, you get a local roofing specialist who will advocate for you every step of the way. Give yourself peace of mind. Schedule your roof inspection today with Correll Roofing at CorrellRoofingCo.com. That's CorrellRoofingCo.com.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common-sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on NewstalkSTL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Dude, this house is perfect. Crumbs everywhere, sticky counters. I've already texted the colony.
Sweet, I'll bring my 500 cousins. This'll be the biggest ant rager of the summer.
Let's party! Wait, oh, what's that sound? Oh, no, it's those trucks with the green wheels. Party's over, man. Party's over.
This is Derek, the owner of All Solutions Pest Control. We'd love to help you out. Give us a call today at 636-486-7888 to learn more about our special $67 offer.
If a pest-free home is your goal, call All Solutions Pest Control.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
For a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, to behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
All right, hour number 3 of our 3-hour tour. Lots of stuff going on here at this radio station. First of all, the Make Missouri Pro-Life Again banquet 2026 is going to be a great night. That's May 20th at the St. Charles Convention Center with keynote speaker Riley Gaines, who has been just a great spokesperson for keeping boys out of girls' sports. And the Missouri Right to Life understands that all lives of unborn children now face new threats. They have reaffirmed their committee because she's on so many good issues, and you know the Making Missouri Pro-Life is on her list. So that's good to have a good national name on our side. So for more information or to purchase tickets and to join us on Wednesday, May 20th, please go to NewstalkSTL.com. We ready to roll?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony!
What a bunch of emasculated politicians.
Tony.
Tony Kinnett.
Gun person. That's a new one. I'm going to keep an eye out for any Mossberg 500s with legs.
Oh, God, Tony, live.
Nobody liked Vic. That's why I'm honored to be here.
Daily Signal national correspondent Tony Kinnett. Hi, Tony.
Gentlemen, have you ever had a large backhoe kind of heavy equipment cut off power to your house and your studio because they're building an addition next to it?
No, it never happened. That's what's going on with you right now?
Yeah, and I watched the guy do it too. Big, smirky-looking, bleach blonde-haired kid that definitely isn't forklift certified, much less to drive a backhoe.
Forklift certified.
Some of those words aren't FCC appropriate that I just screamed at him in a very measured and gentlemanly manner.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, it's lovely. So, sorry I was a bit late to the show, gentlemen.
Trust me, we got bigger problems with you, okay, than that, all right?
Oh, get in line.
Here we go.
Listen, got a little bone to pick with you, okay?
Get ready, Tony.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we talk to you every Thursday.
That's
and
right.
At the end of the segment, you always say, you guys are the best, you know?
I know where this is going. This
Well,
is isn't it?
you just sit there and you don't object until the counselor's done making his case, okay? So... I said one time you said that, and then I said to Ken, I said, "Do you think he really means that, or do you think he's like just always says that?" And Ken's like, "No, I think he thinks we're the best." And then I'm driving in the other morning. I hear you listen to Mike Ferguson in the morning, and I hear you on with him. And son of a gun, Ken, what does Tony Kinnett say at the end of that segment? You guys are the best.
Oh, he did.
So clearly, you say that to all the boys.
Well, I just happen to have such a soft, warm feeling in my heart for St. Louis. Now, I'm not going to start sweating like Ruben Gallego. I could start squirming, maybe get a little bit nervous here. But yeah, it's true. I do often say to the News Talk crews, you guys are the best. But that's not because I love you. That's because I'm trying to sweet talk Jeff Allen into giving me a slot on the station.
Yeah, well, 9 to noon may be open. Who knows?
Hey, speaking of Gallego, you think those were his legs?
Dude, I don't know if they swapped them out with McDonald's brand chicken thighs, but my goodness, those things were shivering and shaking, weren't they?
Were they? Yeah.
Well, he cracks me up. He says, "Oh, I'm such good friends with him. I didn't want to know," or something like that. Some kind of stupid comment like that. I wonder if any of Bill Cosby's friends didn't want to know either.
Now, kids, when you're riding bareback camels with your buddy Eric Swalwell, I mean, I don't really think we need to start a segment, saying that, hey, Cosby probably wouldn't have known any better either. But you're making fun of Gallego for that. I mean, the reality is Gallego might look at you, cock his head to the side like a confused dog and suggest, I don't know, maybe Cosby and the Puddin' Pops, maybe the dude had a point. He's still in the Senate.
You're doing the thing and the pops and the ladies and the drugs and the sex.
So just so everybody knows, we're talking about Eric Swalwell and his improprieties.
Thanks, Ken. Ken always brings us back to earth here.
You may remember him from the man of too many beans and not enough screen time.
Yes. He farted.
The great farter in chief himself, yeah.
Swalwell, yeah. I forgot all about that. You know what? With all the serious stuff going on, I forgot about the silly fart thing that he did.
And it was so loud. I thought if someone planted that, like it was like.
But he jumps like, sorry, I didn't mean to fart on your show there.
I mean, people don't realize those condenser mics are not necessarily set up when you're mic'd up to pick up those kind of extra amplification sounds in the studio, which means that man just ripped one.
He had to, yeah.
with gusto.
Yeah.
We're talking like too many peppers on the panini. You know what I'm saying?
Ripped one with gusto.
With gusto.
Put that on Twitter in quotes. Ripped one with gusto, Tony Kinnett. All right, Tony, so I want to let you show off your company a little bit here. Is that okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So there's an article that Ken pulled out for me today called Code Pink Should Lose Tax-Exempt Status for 3 Key Reasons. That's what a watchdog group tells the IRS, and this is written by your pal, Tyler O'Neill.
That's right.
So what about Code Pink?
Well, I mean, when you openly go out and brag that you take money from a major Chinese donor, I mean, you're taking checks right from the Panda Express drive-thru. That's probably not the best thing as far as an American advocacy group. Also, when you start facilitating aid to the enemies of the United States, that being the regime of Cuba, again, they facilitated the delivery of solar panels that, wouldn't you guys know it? Gee whiz, if you couldn't hear it, I slapped my knee. Gee whiz, the regime took the solar panels, and did they go on top of hospitals? No, they went on top of the regime's communications building.
Wow.
And then, of course, last but not least, a whole slew of ethical and financial fraud violations because, hey, not only Sheila Syphilis McCormick, but all of the Democratic activist groups and congressmen like to kind of dip their hand back into the cookie jar for a couple of extra bucks.
Boy, it all rolls back around to China all the time, doesn't it? Even the Swalwell thing.
Wow, that Iran? I mean, I'm surprised. Now, honestly, I figure that if Tucker Carlson really wanted to go all in, he wouldn't be advertising Islam. He'd be advertising chopsticks. You know what I mean? Much bigger market.
Yeah, no kidding. So China, are they or are they not giving Iran this tracking software or whatever it is to find the Americans in Iran? Are they really helping them?
They're trying. The problem is that the communist software is essentially what we had in 2004.
I got it.
So imagine every time you try to track an American, you hear this Chinese bootleg version of the Windows XP startup sound, boom, 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 and then it doesn't work. That's kind of Chinese software. Remember DeepSeek, the AI? It was supposed to be really amazing, and then it turned out they just duct taped 2 chat GPTs together.
See, Tony, that's the big thing that most people don't understand is that China – it's not that they're much more intelligent than the rest of the world. They just like to deconstruct everything everybody else created and then try to put it back together in their own way. It has nothing to do with their intelligence.
But Ken, you and I being quite spirit animals on this, know when they put things back together again, you ever put a piece of furniture together and you're left with way too many spare parts?
Yeah, a couple screws loose, missing.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. Why is there like half a chair and a block of cheese sitting here? Shouldn't that have gone into the piece of furniture? Again, that's
cheese
Chinese.
For sure.
So, Yeah, they're trying to run things through the Caspian Sea. They're trying to run things over land on Camelback. Shout out to Ruben Gallego and Eric Swalwell over to Iran. But you may remember that the Soviets had trouble driving tanks through Afghanistan. I guarantee you that China's not driving their little knockoff Key trucks and Chevy Tahoes over the rolling mountain ridges of Afghanistan through to Iran to deliver stuff effectively.
No.
They're kind of stuck with software downloads.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I got us way off track there, but Tyler O'Neill's article is just great. And, a Chinese foreign agent, he writes it with a question mark. So let's stay on China for a second. You just called them the enemy. You're the only person I've heard call them the enemy, because they are the enemy.
Well, I mean, I'm a little shocked that there are so few actually just overtly saying that on multiple stages, because in the diplomacy world, there are different categories of enemy. You can sort them and sell them up over on QVC. But for China, they are both an economic adversary. They are an IP and industrial espionage adversary, meaning they take your stuff and they sell it for number one bargain. That would be another kind of adversary. Number 3, they are a military adversary. Number 4, they are an intelligence adversary. So whether you want to cut this, slice this, dice this, sell it over on Slapchop, it doesn't matter. China is a direct foe of the U.S., and if you are taking marching orders and money directly from that entity, you are also a foreign asset that should not be operating in the United States. Enter the vagina hat ladies code pink.
And that's why they won't call them the enemy. That's why the media will never call them the enemy, because they're afraid that if they do that, all the money's out the window at that point.
Yeah, anytime I call my wife the enemy, it turns out I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yeah,
so you're never really going to hear that from the media.
Nope.
It's not about my wife. About
good analogy, by the way.
So in 2019, Tony, Joe Biden, I'm not sure if he was campaigning or where he was. Somebody brought up China, and he said, "What do you think? China's going to eat our lunch? Come on, man." Right there, that should have made him unelectable.
Well, yeah. I mean, because in Delaware alone, there's at least 10,500 Chinese restaurants. But regardless of the vice president at the time, and now then former president's inability to understand international affairs, this is a consistent issue not only from the side of his incompetence on the international kind of brokerage stage, but also on the corruption and the conflict of interest stage. Because, of course, as you know, as you've reported on countless times, Vic, the Hunter Biden shenanigans afoot, whether we're talking about the Ukrainian-Russian Burisma stuff or we're talking about the Energy Board non-compliant stuff that Hunter Biden used the leverage of his father's influence to gain, is a major national security threat. And again, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh, just this, that if Eric Swalwell was called out by Kevin McCarthy after getting a little too feisty with the Chinese hooker spy, then wouldn't you think that Hunter Biden, with direct access to the President of the United States, might have been called out for the major series of international holes in security, getting access directly to then the former Vice President and then soon the President of the United States? Well, no, because that was bad. We can't talk about that laptop. We have an election to win.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China?
Also an unelectable phrase.
I mean, the man's got a million of them. I think that was the strategy. If nothing is coherent, then everything is coherent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just, the things, in that clip you just heard, he said this thing we're talking about China. Like it was like, oh, this guy back in 48 when he played hockey for a team. You know what I mean? This thing called, what's he talking about, China? That was in a debate.
Not only that, but that's a tell because he was trying to minimize it. China, it's almost like he treated it like it was some small little province outside of a country somewhere.
Right.
And just a one up there regarding Vic in his framing that this was in a debate. That dude prepared for that. That man sat down. They sequestered him. They brought in everybody from the Whose Line Is It Anyway team for improv all the way over to like Hillary Clinton's speechwriter. I'm pretty sure that Dave Chappelle did comedy and stand-up to try to walk him through being on stage.
Oh, my God.
That man still couldn't get more than 1.5 sentences out at a time.
You're right, Tony. And I just think that Joe Biden, so what you say right there is absolutely true. So they had to go through the same process of preparation for the next debate, which was against Trump in the 2024 election. That was 2020, we heard him say right there. 2024 was even worse, again, with supposed help coaching, or who knows, he probably is the old, I don't need your help.
Right. They all arrived to help him, and he said,
damn debate myself.
All right, give me 15 ambient. I mean, so again, I allow me to be the guy who kind of gets us back on track now. We'll do a little one-for-one here. At that time, that Biden was preparing for his second super-duper alley-ooper Return of the King debate against Donald Trump, Hunter Biden and Jill Biden were effectively running the administration.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Biden is incapacitated, so who's the president? Maybe it's Jill, maybe it's Hunter. They were kind of screening who got access to the president. The same guy that has all of the foreign asset concerns, conflict of interest, if you want to put it very flatteringly, or completely, the C word is failing me there, compromised by the Chinese or the Russian administrations, effectively at the head of the country. And that's not some conspiracy theory. That is based on his own accounts at the time.
You know what, Tony? There's so much shifty stuff going on. Can you play what we play at the end of the show? Every day?
Yeah.
So
make sure you have the record player on at night.
That was in a debate too, when he said first he said it right. He said have your radio, TV, and no, he said
make sure you have the record player on at night.
Make sure you have the record player on at night. And they
77 RPMs, Ken. It's great for sleep.
Right.
78.
Well, no, I got to take one off. Sorry.
So, but my point is, we're election deniers if we talk about that 2020 election at all, right? But the guy you elected said, make sure you have the record player on at night to listen to Freebird. I don't know what that had to do to anything. But it's all part of the big rig, man. I'm sorry. It was rigged.
I mean, Joe Biden was the kind of guy that would look at the alphanumeric code inside the nuclear football and think it actually meant drink your Ovaltine. So I'm not really sure what it is that we were ever expecting. And this is why the cabinet positions are important, right? I mean, Hegseth, since we last spoke, brokering a huge deal with Indonesia, boxing China out of the Strait of Malacca. So 80% of the world's oil flows through a place that now China can't touch, MC Hammer style. Yeah, I'll take that in spades. Meanwhile, what did we have with Biden? Well, they were out for colon surgeries and chest feedings, just going AWOL, transitorying everywhere, as Janet Yellen wanted to do, stealing luggage and just being trannies, I guess. I mean, that was quite the administration.
Bare-breasted men on Easter out in front of the White House.
Whoa. Trump said, praise be to Allah, mockingly. Don't you think that's more blasphemous than, going bare boobied on the White House lawn?
Bare boobied.
As a dude. I wanted to say something else, but I got a little nervous.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
So tell Tyler O'Neill we liked his article. All right, Tony Kinnett from the Daily Signal. Thanks so much for being with us, my friend. We'll talk next week.
I won't say you're the best, but I will say fart with gusto.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony.
Whoosh.
See, we're not the best anymore. I knew it.
That's all right.
I knew it.
That's okay.
I knew we weren't the best.
I like him anyway.
Boy, oh boy. No, he's great. He was good. He did say that, though.
No, I know.
On the morning show.
Yeah.
So you guys are the best. As soon
He
as I heard
did.
it,
You guys are the best.
bet you say that to all the boys. All right, this is the call, isn't it? Let the
Yes,
day
it
begin.
is. I love it.
this. 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
She knows so long as she's denied, our freedom can never be secured.
English, mother. Do you speak it?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. This is 1019 and 94.1.
I have to tell you, if this is how they're going to behave, I'm rethinking my position.
News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Susie Moore. If new flooring makes you think hassle, think again, because Michael's Flooring is changing the game. For over 30 years, Michael's has been locally owned and trusted for quality, variety, and amazing service. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl, or ceramic tile, their expert team makes installing new floors exciting, not stressful. That's why customers keep coming back. Visit Michael's Flooring at St. Peter's, Starting Prairie, Creve Coeur, or online at igotfloored.com. That's igotfloored.com.
Is your retirement income at risk if you or your spouse needs nursing home or in-home care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 9 on NewstalkSTL 1019. The cost of long-term care is one of the biggest risks in retirement planning. For many retirees, a single nursing home stay can cause a significant reduction in assets that can permanently reduce your retirement income. Fortunately, there are affordable and flexible options available today that can help you manage the cost of long-term care. Our team can help you address the risks relevant to your retirement, including long-term care. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Missouri's laws are clear. Unregulated gaming devices are illegal. Companies have been telling businesses that gray market machines are legal. That's wrong. Don't be scammed. If you have these devices at your business, you could be subject to criminal and civil penalties. Unplug and remove these devices today.
If you've been approached to host illegal gaming machines, call now. 800-523-1434 or visit ago.mo.gov. Sponsored by the Attorney General's Office.
No big old corporate lib AM station telling us what to say here.
Conservative talk for St. Louis. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1.
And always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
It is getting longer too. Music sounded good to me, but I wanna take you high.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Oh, for you.
On News Talk STL.
Is this Sly and the Family Stone from Woodstock?
Yes.
It's from Woodstock?
I don't know if it is.
It's an important question, Ken.
I know, but I don't know if it is.
This is live. This is not the original is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Which is fine. But we should probably play the original. That's my bad. I'll send you the.
I like this one though.
I sent this to you, so it's definitely my fault. But we were probably talking about Woodstock. Or Sly Stone, probably once Sly Stone died.
Right.
We played this because I did think their set was the hottest set at Woodstock at 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And he's saying, fringe things hanging from his. And he got right up in that mic, man.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to, yeah.
God, I hope none of these guys I work with touch this microphone. God, I got cooties now.
I saw that.
Yeah. I don't trust these guys. They wash their hands, these guys we work with?
Now he's trying to open hand sanitizer.
Yes. God.
What are you going to rub it all over your face?
My lips. Guys all got cooties that we work with.
Everybody does.
Okay. So, I thought we'd have a little fun here, Ken, if that's all right with you.
Let's do it, man.
All right. First of all, you know I'm a big Rolling Stones fan, and they like to do things as best they can by surprise, right?
Oh, yeah.
In 1975, they went out on the Tour of the Americas, North America, South America, and they announced the tour by being in the back of a flatbed truck doing Brown Sugar rolling down Fifth Avenue in New York City. Now, how cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, I am not the biggest fan of theirs compared to you. I mean, nobody is. You're the biggest fan of theirs. But I remember when they actually launched a tour where there were only, and this is at the height, one of the height of their popularity.
Yeah.
They were just going to do like lounge tour, like bars,
right?
Which was amazing.
So I'm glad you brought that up because in 1976 they did the Tour of the Americas in 75. 76 they were going to go tour Europe. So to warm up for that tour, they played under a different name too. It wasn't the Rolling Stones. The marquee said something else at a small club that was called the El Macambo. El Macambo. And then they went out on tour of Europe. They made a live album of that tour, which was fantastic. It was called Love You Live. Double album, so 4 sides. Side 3 was 4 songs from the El Macambo stop. So it's the Rolling Stones in front of, I don't know, 200 or 300 people.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine? And then that was so good, Ken, that they made a whole album. The whole El Macambo concert is available by the Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable. So they also announced their Steel Wheel tour in '89 at Grand Central Station, I believe. Right? Steel Wheels, trains.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw that tour. It was good. Anyway, so now under the name The Cockroaches, the Rolling Stones have a new song. And I got to tell you, I haven't heard this kind of sound from the Stones in a long time. Yeah! Wow! I'm expecting John Lee Hooker to go, boogie children. Ho,
Blues
ho,
nasty.
Ho, ho.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Mick,
Uh-huh.
here's a, yeah! I swear to God. So, okay. Say what you want about me. I don't really care. But I believe the last great Rolling Stones album was Some Girls in 1978. It's a long time ago. They stopped doing covers. Almost every Stones album had a country song on it, right? Dead Flowers. And they did Girl with Faraway Eyes. Remember that song?
Yeah.
That was a great song. You hate it. So to hear them get that really bluesy guitar. Can you do just the beginning again? You don't have to play the whole thing. Just the beginning of that guitar is just, you know, what they grew up doing, what they started playing when they first started playing music, much less making records, playing the Marquee Club, you know, for like no money. By the way, the very first Rolling Stones show at the Marquee Club, Mick Avery was the drummer. So it was before Charlie Watts joined the band. How about that?
Oh, okay.
A little bit more Stones?
Yeah.
Go. That's in the left ear.
Oh, so they're doing old school.
There's it, right, old school stereo.
Yeah.
Woo! Ho, 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 ho. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back on to playing the hits. So, President Trump, the Strait of Hormuz has become part of the big-time vernacular. Now, when was the last time you said the phrase Strait of Hormuz before all this happened?
Not a lot.
I don't think I
Not
ever
a whole
did.
lot.
I mean, Larry Connors has his big cruise through the Hormuz going on, if you want to go cruise
Well,
the Hormuz.
that's a spin-off of everything going on right now.
I love it. So, the Strait of Hormuz, Iran was making sure that nobody else could go through there. Because let me tell you, Ken, he is destroying a civilization right now. But not with fire, not with gunfire, not with bombs. He's doing it by strangling their economy with the oil.
Yeah, the Islamic Republic of Iran is what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the civilization of the people of Iran.
But he also wasn't talking about doing it militarily, is what I'm saying, with bombs.
No, you're correct. And you know what? That's just a fact.
Yeah. So they wanted to open the strait. So what does Donald Trump do? Our president started a new band.
Yeah.
And the band is called the Trump Rasta Foundation. Love it. Let's hear some Trump Rasta Foundation. Yeah, baby.
And you got to see this video, man.
This song, man, is called Open the Strait or I Will.
And imagine this being Donald J. Trump singing this. Check it out. It's
Wake up, check the map, yeah, the straits on mine. Ships backed up heavy, that's a bad headline.
Ships.
Yeah.
Sir, be careful, I said, watch me go. I run the pressure game, I just steal the show. 48 hours, yeah, I set the clock. You either open up or I rock the dock. People call it risky, I call it a deal. Big moves only, that's just how I feel. Open the strait or I will. Big ships moving, you know the drill.
Big ships moving, you know the drill.
And they say ships. Doesn't say any. No bad words are in the song at
Correct,
all.
no.
So what you think you heard, you know, if you're a Democrat loser and you just want to find things that conservative radio does wrong, ships was the
With
only.
a P.
But let's introduce the band. On drums, Pete Hegseth, everybody. Yay.
Right?
Right? On guitar, Tulsi Gabbard. Whew. It's AI, right?
Yeah.
So you can make anybody look any way you want.
Yes.
So let me get myself in trouble. You don't have to say anything. So hot. She looks so hot.
Right.
Playing the guitar in this thing. That's all.
Well, no, I played this for my wife, the video, and she's looking at it and she's like, that is fun. She said, I mean, AI created all this.
Yeah.
They never happened on the front of the White House lawn.
Right.
Never did. But this is where this all takes place. And it looks so cool the way they're doing, like, okay, everything's cool. We're done. Let's have a party. And it's kind of, because there are all the people around, just an eclectic mix of a bunch of people just jamming. Yep. And it's President Trump singing this.
So, Ken.
Nobody does it like me.
Right? Nobody does it like me. Nobody will. That's him. That's his words.
So his words. So Ken, my wife and I are on this little, what do you call it, Ken, with the
chat.
The direct
it's
message.
A chat.
Is it chat? Okay, so it's chat. Kenny, me, and Jess. And he sent that to me and Jess. And before I got a chance to see it, she had watched it 10 times. She watched it 10 times in a row. She couldn't get enough of it. It's just so good. A little more.
Open the strap, be smart. You don't want the second part. Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the top. I hit the top. Oh, they talk tough online. Yeah, I've seen it before, but they fall real quick when I raise the score. All caps typing, yeah, I mean every word. Say it loud enough. The whole
Truth Social.
heard. Sitting quiet, I call him out. If you're not with me, what's that about? I say we're winning, and I
So great. So once again,
one more time in the chorus.
Okay. Open the straight.
I just love that.
Ships.
You know the drill.
Ships, everybody. Ships.
Keep ships moving. You know the drill.
So the band, again, is called the Trump Rasta Foundation. They're going to play the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater this summer, I believe.
Right.
Trump on vocals, Pete Hegseth on the drums, and Tulsi Gabbard on the guitar.
And the title, well, we actually created the name because they didn't really have a name for this
Right,
at all.
so we're going to got to name it something.
It's the Trump Rasta Foundation.
Did a great job.
And the song, now this goes along with a lot of artists that they do this with. It's called Open the Straight, but then in parentheses, it's Or I Will.
Right, which happens to songs all the time, right?
Yeah, you have to include that.
So the DJ would say, all right, man, Trump Rasta Foundation, open the street, parenthetically, or I will.
Correct.
And did you know
that
John Henry signed the Declaration of Independence?
No, you fool, he was a steel-driving man.
Thanks, Ken. All right, so we'll have the Trump Rasta Foundation take us out. Chat box is next. They're still feuding. Facebook and Rumble are feuding.
Uh-oh.
So we'll read some of those next on News Talk STL.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at News Talk STL.
TikTok, clock don't wait. I decide the final stage. Say my name, dominate every move. I escalate. They said no. I said watch, flip the switch, tight in the notch. World stage, stand the spot. I take everything. You go in the straight, or I will.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Push one button, overkill. Nobody does it like me. Nobody.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the.
Colombo and Company.
Less than 1 month to go in the 2026 legislative session, and we'll get the latest from Jeff City Thursday with Missouri Senator Nick Schroer, plus Virginia Kruta from the Daily Wire and Dr. Randy Tobler.
Live and local, weekdays at 2
on News Talk STL.
Hey, Tony Colombo here with Tim Jones for our friends Rodney and Jen Wallner, the Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway, the #1 home selling team in the St. Louis area, and I can say that from firsthand experience. My wife and I were blown away from the results that we saw from working with Rodney and Jen, from selling our old home faster and for more money than we thought possible to finding our family's perfect new home. They over-delivered every step of the way, and right now it's still very much a seller's market. So, Tim, for folks that have been thinking about selling their home, it's a perfect time to call the Wallners.
That's right, Tony. And don't forget, they're licensed in both Missouri and Illinois, so no matter where you are in the metro area, you can put St. Louis's #1 home selling team to work for you. The Wallners' experience and work ethic, second to none. And of course, the numbers speak for themselves. The Wallners sell 15 times more homes per year than the typical realtor. Right now, they're working with so many qualified buyers, They'll guarantee to obtain you an offer. If you've been thinking about selling your home, don't wait. Call the Wallners now at 314-810-SOLD. That's 314-810-SOLD for the Wallner Home Selling Team.
Hey, Jamie Allman here, looking for the ultimate escape? Well, welcome to Santino's, where luxury meets authenticity in a stunning 6,000 square foot destination. Browse hundreds of premium cigars in the walk-in humidor. Explore more than 700 bottles of whiskey. Whether it's their non-smoking wine room, gaming lounge with custom poker tables, it's Santino's just off Highway 55 at the Imperial exit. See them at Santino'sCigarCocktails.com. That's Santino'sCigarCocktails.com.
A Disney cruise is no ordinary vacation. It's an adventure, a fairy tale, a dream. Step aboard and discover where favorite Disney characters meet fun for the whole family, where total rest and relaxation meet the ultimate escape and excitement, where a dream vacation meets a magical cruise. Only on Disney Cruise Line, where magic meets the sea.
Magic Expeditions will make planning your Disney cruise easy. Reach out at magicexpeditions.com.
Whoosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow with a reminder to check out our new show, Jeffco Patriot Radio, this and every Sunday at high noon. Now, back to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Thanks, Billy. Appreciate that very much. That Jeffco Patriot Radio, really good show.
Yeah.
Sundays. Okay, so I would like everyone to follow some sort of decorum here, okay?
Okay.
'Cause this is getting brutal. I mean, the Facebook versus Rumble thing is just getting brutal.
I love it.
I mean, there's going to be a Rumble tonight, I think.
A Rumble.
Oh, I should
Rumble.
use that word. Terrible word. Sorry. There's going to be a Facebook tonight. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
You're right.
All right, let's go, Kenny. Let's do some Facebook first in our chat box. Everybody in Rumble just said, Facebook. Grant got us going this morning first. He says, whoosh. You bunch of Vic Heads.
Whoosh.
And Dave Stouffer says, whoosh, Facebook
Whoosh.
for the win again.
For the win.
Dave Stouffer again says, Happy Deli Day, Vic Heads, a direct result of Facebook influencing. So Dave Stouffer is a great guy, okay? Dave Stouffer is one of the people who are working on trying to get the more conservative counties and towns in Illinois to secede from Illinois. And he also is a veteran. And he was also, when we first started this show, saying, you should do the deli, you know?
Yeah.
And I would be like, well, how can we do the deli? You know, they used to be just taking requests. And then I'd tell a story, and then he'd say, that's doing the deli. What you're doing is telling stories. Just so.
That's the deli.
And it came from Facebook, so you want everybody to, because now it's tit for tat over there between those
But
two.
honestly, he's another Vic Head that influenced our show, like they all do, in coming up with ideas.
Yes.
And we were sitting in a meeting, and we talked about, because of Dave saying that, we brought up the Porcelli's Deli, and now
Here
we
we
have
are.
Porcelli's Deli every Thursday.
So Grant liked very Como. We played some of Tulsa King for Karen. Karen's on to Tulsa King now, which I love. Good morning, Vic Heads from Holbrook, Arizona. Our friend Sean. I guess he's never coming back. I
Hey,
guess that's
Sean,
where
well,
he lives now.
he's maybe having fun there.
Rat, my friend Rat, from high school says, "Yo, Vic and Ken, whoosh,
whoosh."
Hey, Rat, thank
Thanks,
you.
Rat.
Whoosh.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Another one.
He's the best guy ever. He really is. Love him. And he actually came to town a few years ago because his daughter was thinking about attending SLU.
Oh, okay.
So they came to visit, and he and I went out, had dinner, and had some drinks.
Oh,
and
cool.
Laughed like little girls, like
Yeah.
you used to back in high school.
Oh, you used to laugh like a little girl in high school? Did you?
Yes, I did. You have a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Sweet doggy deli, man. It sure is hot out there.
Wow, Ken, they're actually infiltrating like spies.
Really?
From Facebook into Rumble.
Ooh.
Sergeant Stop, who is Dave Stouffer. He was the first one in this morning, and he said, Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. And he said, Deli Day. I appreciate that, Dave. You're a big reason why we do that. And then DLW goes, Facebook? Nah. Well, this is a fight, man. This is a fight. I love it. Morning, Vic Ken and all Vic Head freedom lovers and freedom fighters. Thank you, Allison. Howdy, y'all. Oh, this is Gene the Dancing Machine right here.
Hey, Gene.
Yeah. He's, I'm not sure if he moved away or if, I don't know. But he says, howdy, y'all. Thanks for the shout-outs last few days. Needed to call in. Yes, you do need to call in to keep up with the whole show. Okay, thanks. Good morning, Patriots. Name Goltz. Thank you. Scotch. What is going on here?
Somebody's getting drunk.
I guess that's the fight, the Facebook. I don't know. You guys got to get along. PMS says, buongiorno a tutti. That means good morning, everyone. And then he also says, hey, it's good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Oh, God. Remember when Joe used to just whisper?
Oh.
Because he was trying to make a point?
Yeah.
And he sounded so creepy.
Creepy, right?
Pay your fair share.
Think about what you'd think about at the time.
Lick the world.
Yeah, that's the one. So whenever you guys whenever you hear me play that in between, like when we're heading out to another break or something, that's because I'm playing that for Vic. Here, this one.
So thank you all. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
He just, every time I play that, he just loses it.
So PMS says, love Levitt, Caroline, but she needs to pronounce her T's. Is she having a problem with T's, Ken?
Yes, she always does.
How does she say the president of Russia's name? Do you remember?
Putin. It's Vladimir Putin.
Had to swallow the coffee before I choked on it. Ed Stewart says, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, no fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariffs.
No peace.
No fair chat box.
No peace.
Pay your fair share. President Ed Stewart, Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump. You bet your ass.
A little bit.
Good morning, all you beautiful, mega, ultra-patriotic, deplorable, garbage, degenerate, freedom-fighting, God-fearing, dickhead, weirdos, whoosh!
Whoosh.
A message to the squatter. Ooh. Oh, Ed's calling Dave Stouffer a squatter. Oh, my God. He says, rumble, rumble, rumble. Oh, my God. They're going to fight. I swear to God, this is going to be a fight. PMS says, as a first responder, I can confirm and stop rubbernecking through an accident scene. The red and blue lights literally mean nothing anymore.
Yeah.
You had a problem this morning, somebody in the left lane going too slow.
Yeah, and I'm not being unreasonable here. I'm talking about like this person was doing it on purpose.
And I had a problem this morning making a right onto Manchester Road from Sulphur Spring. Okay, here's the proper way to do this, okay?
Okay.
There's no other way to do this that's not proper and legal. You make the right onto a two-lane road like Manchester, you stay in the right lane. You make your right and you stay in the right lane.
And if you do, you're okay.
And then if you want to go into the left lane, put on your turn signal and then do it.
Yes.
But some people go right to the left lane and then bitch at me because I want to get into the left lane and you didn't do it right and I did.
No, exactly right. But if you're coming down the road and you see a car turning, don't freak out. They're in as long as they're in their lane, you're okay.
Yeah.
It's just,
I get what
correct.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think that happens here because you got people making a right onto Manchester because the light is green.
Yeah, okay. In Shrewsbury, they have this four-way intersection, and if you're facing the people,
now I get you.
Okay,
but this is not that. This is traffic lights.
No, you're right. I know.
You know.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is true. Four-way stops.
Yeah. If you stick in your lane, you're okay.
Absolutely. Just do it right. God, I hate people. The same thing with left turns.
We in these hot-ass streets, honey.
Yeah, same thing with the left turns. Take the closest lane.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
correct.
If you're on Manchester and you're going to make a left on 141, stay in your lane.
Stay in the left lane, yes. And then people can move. Like these cars will stop and they'll be like, no, you can go. As long as you're in your lane, you can go. Go.
And stay in your lane. If any Facebook chatters want to turn in their union card and no longer be represented by the Vic Porcelli Show International Chatbox Union Local 1019-94-1, just let us know. I don't think we have to go that far, do we?
No.
They can still keep their union status. They can just break off and be their own union if they want. That would be up to them.
We could have 20 unions.
And I don't want any fights here. I don't want any fights.
No, it's love.
Chatbox is chatbox.
It's all about love.
Yeah,
You better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
Exactly. Democrats want you to continue to sell your soul to the company store, a.k.a. the government.
Yes.
Keep you in debt and under their control.
They do, Vic. That's all they care about. That's it.
The company store. Can you find that?
Yeah, we have to find it.
Maybe Fartwell could immigrate to China. Isn't that his name, Fartwell? I think his name is Fartwell.
Well, what's funny is that I've never played this one clip, but Joe Biden has done this. Joe Biden actually
farted?
Yeah.
No.
Here, listen. Whoa! That was him. That I've never played. He's ready to. Oh
my god. Oh
no,
my
that's
god.
True. He did that, and I recorded. I'm like, no one said anything about this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did he blame it on somebody else?
Yes, he was. He goes, oh, like, oh, who did
Hey,
that?
stop farting over there. Who's doing that?
Who did that?
Can we expect to be reimbursed for all of our tax dollars being used fraudulently? I would love to hear why not from our politicians. I'd go to jail for stealing money.
Exactly right.
You know, we brought up how much of the $38 trillion in debt this country is from the fraud. Right. So here's the bad news, Ken. Even if we find out, a big chunk of our national debt is due to fraud, we ain't getting it back.
No.
It's done.
No.
Gone.
This woman, this representative that stole $5 million of COVID money, she's actually trying to negotiate. It's like, okay, now look, if I was just walking as a person, just a regular person, if I stole $5 million anywhere, anytime, I'd be in jail for at least 20 years probably.
It's got to change, Ken. Things have to change. They have to have a new mindset in D.C. that we don't work for you, you work for us. Period.
Yeah. Well, just like the whole thing, the whole credit thing. We're in debt by $38 trillion. You know, in my house, we can't be in debt.
Right.
We have to be out of debt. We have to be solvent. We have to be in the black.
So you're saying that the Williams family can't spend if they don't have any money?
No, we don't.
No? If because of debt, you don't just keep spending like they do?
No, when we talk, it's like, well, we need a new dishwasher. Okay, but we can't get it this month because we have to save up for it a little bit.
Right. It's disgusting. I hate it. How about this? A bill introduced earlier this year, California Assembly Bill 2624, is called, you ready? Stop Nick Shirley Act.
It is, yeah.
That's a real bill.
Right. That's what we've talked about it already.
For one guy.
Right.
To not do his job, which is now, that's it. His job is being a journalist. I don't care what you want to call him. He's now a journalist.
So they're angry that someone's actually investigating crime, fraud. They're angry about it so much so that they created a bill to stop him from investigating.
I would say, Ken, let's find out who wrote Bill 2624.
Well, we know who did.
Who?
The wife of the AG of California.
Well, she needs to be investigated.
Okay, but
why is she so adamant about Nick Shirley not coming to town?
He's the one that when VP Vance announced that they were having a fraud committee, you know, like to fight fraud around the United States, then the AG came out in California and said, oh, well, we've been doing that since 1979, so just don't worry about California. We were taking care of it ourselves. Well, guess what? Then his wife turns around and puts that legislation out there. That is crazy.
Stop Nick Shirley Act.
The Stop Nick Shirley Act.
If you watch politicians' TV commercials when they're campaigning, they almost never say what party they represent. Journalists to record in public, according to a state press release. I saw that. Imagine making the exposing of fraud and abuse illegal.
That's what they're doing.
What kind of bizarro world is California living in?
They're making it illegal. You know he has to pay a $10,000 fine. If Nick Shirley gets caught one time going to a business and filming, then they can immediately have him arrested and he will be charged with a certain crime because of the bill and then be fined $10,000 and for 4 years not allowed to even ever do it again.
So did this bill pass?
Yeah, I think it did. But I think it's going to get...
Good luck, California.
It's going to lose.
Good luck.
I mean, it's going to go to a higher court, I'm sure, if it did pass, and then it'll be shot down.
We need to repeal all campaign finance laws. No corporate contributions, not at all. No lobbyist contributions at all. Limit all contributions to personal people only with a cap of $5,000 only. I'm good with all that.
I understand lobbyists, though, Vic. I get it. I do understand lobbyists. There are certain lobbies that you have to have that to represent the underspoken. I mean, the people who aren't available to be able, who don't have the money.
Jamie's a lobbyist.
Yeah.
For hemp.
Okay. You need to have lobbyists to a certain degree, but when it
let's make it more transparent.
Let's do that. I'm for that.
And I'm not talking about Jamie. I'm talking about
right.
People who are stupid.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
If they do that, see, then it'll be more transparent.
Haven't heard that song in a long time. Squeeze, cool for cats.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good to see you. Ed Stewart says, hey, it's good to see you. They have a new one, too. Hey, it's good to hear you.
Yeah,
I know. We got to get the kid to do that, which makes more sense for a radio show, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, it's good to hear you. I mean, we'll still play the good to see you.
Well, yeah.
Gotta. Not at this second, I guess.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Clapper, Garland, Ray, and more all perjured themselves. You people are... Perjury's not a thing anymore.
Perjury. Stone Age, you dinosaurs.
Stone Age, right.
Oh.
Fred Flintstone was brought up on perjury charges, but after that, there hasn't been many if you're a Democrat.
Right.
Kenny, ask the Democrat that took issue with you and ask why they support socialist policies that are being put forth by the current Democrats.
I totally agree with that. That's all you do is just ask the questions.
Who did we
they'll
play?
tell you you're a weirdo.
Who did we play on Kudlow? I forgot. Oh, Peter Navarro was on with Kudlow.
Yeah.
He says Kudlow on Gutfeld's great. He really is. DLW spent a lot of time in Bloomington Normal. I was up there for a year in 2010. Loneliest year of my life. The Democrats' motto is never let a good crisis go to waste. Supertramp. Yeah, my wife didn't realize that. I think it was a logical song. Maybe it was Supertramp. I don't know. Oh, boy, let's see what Nate says this week. What's the over-under on how adversarial Nate will be this week? That was an anomaly last week when he was adversarial with us.
Yeah, he just, he has an opinion. We don't agree with it. And
he's against war. He's got that right.
Yeah, but this isn't war. This is America first. Everything President Trump is doing right now, I know, yeah, we're dropping bombs on somebody. But guess what? It's realigning the globalist mentality of allowing that crap to go on. They were just allowing Iran. Yeah, it's Iran. Let them do Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas. Nobody cares. That's acceptable here. No, and Trump's saying, no, it's not acceptable.
All right, shut up. RFK Jr. needs to get fluoride out of the water. No newborn should get a hep shot just for being born. How's he going to get hepatitis in the womb? The data is showing that the numbers for autism skyrocketed after they started to implement all these shots. Doesn't affect all kids, but if it walks like a duck and quacks, the drug community is corrupt with a C, period. Oh, Ed's getting on me. He said full stop. With the cereals, it's just not the sugar, it's the chemicals they use to coat the cereal. They're listed as cancer-causing carcinogens. Yeah, those. DLW says eat eggs. I'm all for 2 scrambled eggs over, bacon, coffee.
You know what's great?
Toast and coffee.
You know what's great right
Quickly,
now?
we got to get to them all, yeah.
I know, but my neighbors, they're out of town. We take care of their chickens, so we get eggs every day now. Oh, it's awesome. I love it.
Unaffordable Care Act. Doctor cannot tell their patients they are obese now. How stupid is that? A bit overweight and you're fat. You're fat. If you're fat, you're fat. I'm fat.
I'm fat.
I don't know why Leavitt doesn't do what McEnany did in the first term, put up a TV show video and use the Democrats' words against. Hey, it's my idea. Snapchat.
Shut up.
Snapchat with unlimited funding. Where's the cookies? George Reeves? George Reeves was Superman. But you got a question mark there, Donna. I don't know why.
This is taking forever.
Spin Doctors, Jimmy Olsen's Blues. Love it. They also had other songs that had Superman. Eminem. I will never play anything Eminem ever.
No,
ever.
no.
Hate him.
No.
But then again, I hate people.
Shut your face.
Oh my God! How are we gonna? I can't get to them all. See now the Rumble people are gonna.
No, we'll start it with the Rumble.
File a grievance. Okay, thanks for having the record player on at night. Listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
The award-winning Jamie Allman, 3 Martini Lunch, Common Sense Radio, lickety-splickety.
See
it's
here, buddy.
Analysis, opinion.
And the Karen wing of the Democratic Party will punish any Democrat that votes in any way to help ICE.
Let's get on the floor. Let's start this debate.
101.9 and 94.1.
Number one for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
Hey, folks, Jamie Allman here for Newsteader's Fine Jewelry right there at Doherty Ferry and Big Bend. WowDiamonds.com. It's Wow Diamonds for a reason. These are beautiful lab-grown diamonds. They are gorgeous. They will blind you when you walk in and see them, but that's a good thing. Great engagement sets, wedding sets, all these beautiful God-created gems, sapphires, rubies, you name it, garnets, and also all the gold you need, and the famous bull of a watch, WowDiamonds.com.
Columbo here for my friends at Bluff City Outdoors in Alton. The knowledgeable staff at Bluff City has served the St. Louis outdoor community for decades, and they can take care of all your bow hunting needs, all your trapping needs, all your fishing needs, and more. Plus, while you're there, you can schedule a trip with a local fishing guide and shoot in their archery range. Bluff City Outdoors is open 7 days a week, 1 mile east of Fast Eddie's at 2813 East Broadway in Alton. Follow them on Facebook and at BluffCityOutdoors.com.
Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. It's only called STL Windows and Doors. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or STLWindowsandDoors.com.
Craving seafood but worried it'll be too spicy or break the bank? La Juicy Seafood in O'Fallon has you covered. They're not your typical seafood joint. Choose from 5 spice levels, including not spicy, so everyone can enjoy our famous Cajun boils. Bring the family, doodle on the tables, enjoy the full bar with legendary margaritas, and feel right at home. La Juicy Seafood, 373 Winding Woods Drive, O'Fallon. Call 696-924-9171.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green.
This is News Talk STL at 101.9, 94.1, and always streaming at
NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A Pakistani delegation meeting in Tehran hoping for more U.S.-Iran talks before the ceasefire comes to an end.
Pakistan's army chief is meeting with Iranian officials for talks in Tehran. It's the latest diplomatic move to ease tensions in the region and arrange a second round of negotiations between the United States and Iran. That, according to the Pakistani military, which says the visit was part of the ongoing mediation efforts. Meantime, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent warned that the U.S. will ramp up its infliction of economic pain on Iran. Bessent said the effort would be the, quote, financial equivalent of a bombing campaign. Ken Lorman reporting.
Iran continues to sound a defiant tone, but former GOP Senator Jim Talent says there's no question the Islamic Republic faces serious obstacles following several weeks of strikes by the U.S. and Israel.
We have effectively attacked their center of gravity, their ability to generate and sustain coercive power, much less to integrate the exercise of that power. I mean, their top 3 or 4 leadership ranks are gone. They're sown with dissension. You know, they're going to have to do something that signals to us they're giving up.
Jim Talent is now a senior fellow at the Reagan Institute Center for Peace Through Strength. He was interviewed by the